I think that we're live on the internet.
What's
Hello,
the internet?
everyone. Well, as you can tell, things might be slightly different than you were accustomed to on a typical Wednesday evening. My name is Chase, and I will be your game master for this evening, while our good friend Matthew is taking a much-needed break to recharge his batteries. So, we thought we'd have a little fun and play Modern Age and our own little unique twist on it. So, yeah. We have some exciting things to announce tonight, including a giveaway that is sponsored by our good friends at Green Ronin.
Yeah. Everything all right there, Rob?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
It's the makeup.
It's the makeup.
Yeah. So tonight, we, the wonderful people and our friends at Green Ronin we reached out to them, they reached out to us, and we are actually going to have a giveaway at break. We'll announce the keyword and stuff then. So you'll have to stick around to see that. We are going to have giving away a copy of the Modern Age Companion, which is a supplement to the core rulebook, and the Threefold Guide by Malcolm Shepard, who I actually met at Gen Con, and he signed my copy.
Ah!
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So,
Fancy.
Yeah.
Might have sold it on eBay, sorry.
Well, I mean, listen. And yeah, the Green Ronin people are absolutely wonderful. I also met Joseph Carricker at Gen Con. He's the one who kind of got us linked up with all this. So.
That's exciting.
And, yeah, I think I'm done name dropping.
Yeah. So,
Are you?
you know, Kanye, you know.
Well, and then, you know, Troy, who helped us out from Green Ronin, he's great too. So.
Yeah. Who else can we go? All right.
Do you want to blow up the action tracker a little bit?
Do I want to blow up the action tracker a little bit?
It's very small. Like, that's how it's going to show up on.
Right, I can see it on there. It's just so it fits.
You can zoom in.
I messed with it for like an hour before you got here. It was good.
Okay, sure.
All right. Do we have anything else to announce? Rob goes first.
I don't have anything prepared for podcasts, but we have podcasts. I uploaded the last one of the Ghost in the Machine series. I don't know if we're calling it season 1.
I mean, it would be a super... Yeah, 53 episodes a season. Season 1. I've been calling it part 1.
Uh-huh.
Like, because it kind of is. It's like the blood moon marks the climax, and then now the falling action begins.
Yeah.
And then the crater.
Part 1 is completely uploaded onto our Anchor and viewable on all podcasting places. So that would be Apple, Google, Spotify, other ones that I can't remember the names of right now.
There's a lot of them.
They're up there.
Wherever you find them, wherever you find the
All over the
podcasts,
place.
they're probably there.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And Alexis, do you have anything to announce?
Well, we should talk about, while we're on this hiatus from Ghost in the Machine, next week, Liz is going to be running a Animal Helper charity one-shot of Dungeons and Doggies.
Nice. Yeah.
So that will be fun. And the week after that, we have Mr. Puddins, who you might be familiar with, from Chromatic Chimera. He is going to be running a Tenacious D&D one-shot for us called Ghost Against the Machine.
The worst.
I will be reprising my role as Mother Blaspheme from when I was very honored to guest on Chromatic Chimera for the original Tenacious D&D one-shot that he ran. And the week after that, I am going to be running a Teldore one-shot as a charity stream on 9/11, and we are going to be benefiting first responders through the Feel Good Foundation.
The Taldore campaign guide is also a terrific product by Green Ronin.
It really is. It really, really is.
It all just works together.
All comes together.
So if you guys want, you can, down below, there are links to our Discord, our Twitter,
Our merch.
Hey,
Chase,
all that
where'd you
stuff.
get that awesome shirt?
I got this awesome shirt from our merch, not our merch store actually. But yeah.
Available on our merch store.
It is available on our merch store. It's also got a schedule of our programming for the next 10 weeks, so you can see other games run by our friends and yours truly. So, without further ado, let's get into the post-apocalyptic world of modern age feral hogs. Music should be playing.
Oh no. Oh no.
So, the year is 37 AI after incident. No one truly knows what the actual year that the incident occurred, but when that solar flare hit, sometime during President Bernie Sanders' 4th term, what we do know is that it wiped out all forms of modern technology. The survivors that were left were ill-suited for this technologyless world and the horrors that were brought after. No longer kept in check and spurred on by a seemingly endless diet of GMO crop, the feral hogs that were a mere nuisance in the Deep South instead became a veritable swarm that now threatens the entire continent. Small settlements eke out their lives while Premier Sanders the Undying lives in his fortress of socialism in the far reaches of Vermont. And that brings us to our intrepid adventurers. Players, you are a group of survivors living in the ruins of a town that used to be called Kankakee in what was called Illinois. The settlement is called the airport because it used to be an airport.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You are currently traveling in a armored truck, or deuce and half, so it's half armored truck, to an area called Preston Heights. It's about, I would say, 30 freedom units away, but because of the deteriorated roads and whatnot, it takes about 10 hours to get there. You are on your way with a lot of goods in the trunk or the bed of your truck to barter, including fish, some charged batteries, and some chemicals from the local chemical plant. You have a group of items that you would like to pick up, but the most important thing that you need is a new drivetrain for the generator for your base, because the current generator is on its last legs. Who's driving the truck?
I'm probably driving.
Would you like to describe yourself?
Yeah, so I'm a bit smaller, dusty, messed up hillbilly of a man named Zeke with 3 Z's. Or 1 Z, 2 E's. Spelling's not that. It's difficult. But yeah, we just trucking along down the road. Ready to go.
Excellent. And who's in the passenger seat side, Zeke?
Me.
Would you like to describe yourself?
My name is Val. I look a lot like, this. Except with way more studded jewelry and a big old biker jacket that is very worn, caked in dust and mud. Just these really broken in, worn combat boots, and a look on her face that says, "Why are you talking to me?"
And last but not least, Matthew. Where's your character?
My character is Trace. Trace. I'm something of a specialized private investigator who, by night, fights crime.
No.
In a leather hog mask. I'm Hogman.
Oh, no.
I became what I feared the most. The last bastion of morality in the shadows of this fallen world. And I only have one rule. I never kill.
Awesome.
I'm the world's greatest detective.
Excellent. And Trace, are you in the bed of the truck, or are you squeezed in the cab with everyone else? Trace. Hogman.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking for something pertinent to tonight. What was the question? I'm sprawled out in the back.
Oh, great! So you're laying on basically a large pile of fish that was gleaned from the quarry, the stocked quarry that Kankakee was well known for. You guys are about 6 hours into a 10-hour journey. I would say it's you started at dawn, so it is right around noon as you're trucking along through the endless cornfields that now dominate Kankakee's landscape.
It's a bumpy ride.
Are we there yet?
Soon, we're almost there. Just a couple more hours to go on this nice open road. With all this corn around, gonna be attracting some of them squealers.
We're not gonna go have to go into the deep south, are we? Past I-80?
I hope not.
Good.
Can't go back there again.
No, nothing survives past I-80.
Quick question. If we're in Kankakee, aren't we already south of
Shut up.
I-80?
Yes, we are.
We're in the deep south. You're welcome.
Maps ain't my strong.
Oh, no.
I probably should.
Oh no! It happened again. How do I get here?
Reflexive memory. It's just one of the many side effects.
Oh, fine. I'll say. I wish we could go north of I-80. Get out of the deep south.
The promised land.
Yeah, promise.
The promised land.
I'm going to light shit on fire real soon if we can't get there because I'm stuck in this car and I hate it.
It's not that bad. Just roll down the window.
It's down. My head is basically out of the
You
car.
just open the door.
What kind of vehicle are we in?
You're in a deuce and half, so it's
That's
like
right.
it's a large army truck.
Oh.
There was a National
Half a
Guard
deuce.
station right next to the airport that you guys have been taking most of your goods and stuff from.
My feet are propped up on the dash. I'm leaning out of the window.
I'm gonna say it's important to remember that towns like Preston Heights.
Preston Heights?
Yeah, Preston Heights. They seem good on the outside, but they've got a seedy underbelly.
Oh my god, here we go again.
And as you all know, my parents were killed by hogs.
Yeah, yours and like everyone else's.
Yep.
Yeah,
And,
I'm pretty sure.
What makes
that's-
you special?
That's normal.
And I just set me on a path of
No.
seeking justice. And
Not-
I roll up my window.
It's one of those like slider ones that connects the cab with the bed so you can't. Oh, glorious.
we'll have to root out the corruption when we find it.
I start just taking a long sip from my flask.
Excellent. Can somebody roll me an intelligence history
Yes,
I got
I'm really good at that.
Excellent. So you'll roll 3d6. Remember, one of the d6s needs to be separate and distinct because it's your stunt dice.
Okay. And if I have a specialty in history, I add
You add the number that's next to your intelligence plus 2.
stunted.
Nice.
Stunt die is a 4.
Excellent. So what was your total?
My total is so it's the dice plus the rating plus the specialty, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
And the specialty is
a
Is a plus 2.
plus 2. That's right. So 6, 10, 11.
Okay.
No. 15.
15. Okay, that's very good. So, Airport has been trading with Preston Heights for quite a while. Preston Heights is actually quite a bit more established and more well known. They settled in an area that happened to have people called it the Amazon. It was some kind of like distribution center from something long past. There's a Sam's Club, or Club of Sam as it's known now, and there's a hospital. So they have a lot of things to barter for, but you guys know that you do too?
Yes, well, scholars say that the Amazons were a people that ruled this land time long ago.
Pretty sure it's called Amazon, but I don't know.
Did I get anything for stunting?
No, because it's not like a challenge check.
This is just like the last time we played Modern Age when I stunted on everything that didn't matter.
That's correct.
And I stunted on nothing that mattered.
I look forward to your failures.
Yeah, you would. It'd be my goddamn luck. Another day in the life of Val.
So that's what you know about Preston Heights.
When the Duchy of Amazon fell, they bartered with the Sam's Club, which was kind of a religious cult, they say. Can you guys hear me?
Unfortunately. Trying to nap.
I'm just... Yeah. All right.
If I drink enough whiskey, maybe I will pass out.
We'll probably have plenty of supplies there then. And get what game for. Get our transmission fixed.
Matthew, can you roll me a perception check?
Yeah, I'm really good at those.
What'd you see, Matt? What'd you see with your hog eyes?
And if you have any specialty in like notice or anything that works.
I'm the world's greatest detective. 11.
11. You're sitting here and like, the air is streaming past your head as the truck moves along at a decently brisk pace, kind of avoiding potholes and the wreckage of burnt out cars. And you feel like you hear just kind of on the edge of your hearing what almost sounds like shots and gunfire. But it could just be the wind.
I hear something!
God, it's just the wind.
The hogs are encircling us!
No.
I put on my hogman suit.
Can you describe your
So
hogman
it's two hog skin, like really flubbery gloves.
Oh god.
2 hog skin flubbery boots.
Yeah.
A belt that goes around my
Is
chest.
it furry?
No, I don't know. It's a belt that goes right here, and then a flubbery hog mask.
Oh good lord. So you see, with seemingly zero provocation, Trace in the back is now putting on his well-worn hogskin suit that he insists on wearing.
What direction did you hear it from?
All around us. I hear it in my sleep. Oh God! Don't let him take me. Zeke? Don't let him take me, Zeke.
As you guys round a corner and come to just before what appears to be kind of a dilapidated covered bridge, you can see across the middle of the road is what appears to be a pickup truck. Standing in the bed of it is 3 individuals that are holding pistols and are firing. As you can see, the forms of multiple feral hogs swarming around them in circles, basically like a whirlpool centered around this truck. As you guys kind of round the corner, one of them perks up and looks over at you and like starts to wave. As you can see the form of a feral hog come up over the bed of the truck, you can hear his friend say, "Clarence, no!" As the feral hog just digs its little husks into his neck and shoulder and pulls them into the swarm.
I'd like to put a bullet in Clarence. Put him out of his
Okay.
misery.
Yeah.
All right, make me.
No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
Okay.
I'll put a bullet in the hog, though.
Roll me initiative.
Is this dexterity check?
This is a dexterity initiative.
Okay, so I super stunted. Because I
damn
got
it.
4s on all my dice.
All right, we are going to run some.
Super stunning isn't a real thing.
Dang it. Why not?
I don't know. Why don't you ask
Alright.
one of the developers?
Green Ronin.
Okay, and by the way, for anyone watching, we're running a little fast and loose with the rules. This is literally my first time running, second time playing in the age system. So we're just going for fun right now.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't call it fun.
I wouldn't call it fun. So
Fun is a stretch.
I'm sorry.
You
All
can
right.
literally just seize the initiative.
But you're going to
There,
learn
Rob.
a bit of how to play
You
with
could.
us.
You
So
can spend
that's
all 4
good.
points.
Yeah. What was on your stunt dice?
4.
4. All right, you could seize the initiative if you like, Rob.
I will.
All right.
I will seize that initiative.
So Rob has stunted. It is a unique feature of this game. Where basically you get to go to the top of the initiative order.
Woo!
All right, who had a 15 or higher? 10 to 15?
12.
12? Alrighty.
How do these ARs work?
Super stunning. Super stunning is now canon.
Hogman? Perfect.
I got an 8. I'm struggling to put on my boot.
Alright. So the gravel as Zeke slams the brake and
Oh,
brings
I
the
don't
truck.
slam the brake.
Oh no.
I
Alright.
floor it.
Okay.
no.
Run them hogs down.
Alright, make me a dexterity check. Dexterity drive check.
Okay, I don't have a specialty in
Grab
so
him.
it'll just be a normal dex check.
Are you gunning it?
I am gunning it. So it is my total plus my attribute, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that will be a 15.
15. Excellent. That is enough to hit several of the feral hogs.
Perfect. So imagine it like a Halo Warthog where
Yeah.
they forward and just swing around the back
Or
to like not hit their truck, but like catch them on the side.
Exactly. So Zeke like slams basically pulls the e-brake on this truck and whips the tail end around as it slams in to several feral hogs. So you can see them go flying off, somersaulting into the distance. The people in the bed of the truck who are quickly being overwhelmed by these feral hogs hold their hands up as gravel goes flying, and Zeke basically pulls the truck about, I would say, 10 yards away from the truck, so a sizable distance between. All right, that is Zeke's turn. Next up on the initiative order is... Oh no, I lost my sheet. Okay. It is the squealer's turn.
Oh god.
Oh no.
So, from
Squealer.
from the underbrush around the road, you can see several very small forms of like miniature hogs. You know from your experience that while they might be small, they are hyper aggressive, and they start moving towards
Tiny
the truck.
hyper-aggressive feral hogs.
Yeah,
like my dog.
you know that they will usually take a person like 3 or 4 to a man and take them down. You see them running up, and they're going to try to start to swarm up into the truck.
I'm so ready for this.
So I'm going to roll a couple checks for them.
I'm so ready.
All right, that one feebly jumps up and kind of bounces off the side of the door. That one makes it. Yeah, that one makes it. Oh god, they're rolling pretty well. So 3 of these squealers come running up and leap up into the truck. One kind of comes sailing in through the passenger side door and lands right in the center between Val and Zeke. Another 2 like kind of kip up off of the big back tire and land on top of the fish, and they look at you and they go, "Ee!" and they that's their movement. That's all that they can do with their turn. Next up, Lex.
That's not my name.
Sorry. Next up, Val.
There you go.
There's a squealer right between you. You can see its feral, blood red eyes and the foam coming out of its mouth. Its little tusks there.
So
get it.
So so like in front of me and like are all around us are these tiny little hogs.
Yes.
More or less. All right. I'm gonna take a swig of whiskey, blow out from my mouth, and with my hands in front of my mouth, light it up.
Okay.
I am using Flame Blast.
Flame blast.
I just want
Excellent.
to light up as much as I can. Fire erupts from me from 8 yards long and 2 yards wide.
Excellent. All right. So
let's
you have
see if I can get this to work.
wonderful.
That's a stunt.
Excellent. So look at your power stunts on the quick.
I got
quick
5 on
reference
my
sheet.
stunt die.
But was it a super stunt?
No, it was not a super stunt. That's
Big
first of all,
hog
it's not a
challenge.
thing. Second of all, it's not a super stunt.
Super stunt.
All right.
Super stunt.
It only goes to 4.
And remember.
So
Yep.
I can use more than one thing.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Mighty Power. I'm going to use that.
Mm-hmm.
One target of my choice. Oh, that's only one target of my choice. I'm going to use Skillful Power to reduce the power point cost by 1.
Okay.
And I'm going to use... increase the force of my power by 1.
That one basically would reduce, like, if they have damage reduction against it.
I see.
For lack of a
So like
better term.
skillful and lasting would be pretty cool.
So I'll use Lasting then. I'll use
Awesome.
Skillful and Lasting. So it will cost me 3 points instead of 4.
Excellent.
So let me mark that down. 3 points used. And Lasting says, if the power has a duration beyond instantaneous, it remains in effect twice as long. So... we're just, I guess, however long you say it works.
Sure.
It's going to work twice as long. So, I definitely get the spell to succeed. Handily.
Yeah. So is there a damage roll with the spell?
Yes. So it's going to take 2d6 plus 1. Okay. So 6 plus 1, 7.
And add 2 because of the cinematic bonus damage. So that's 9.
There it is.
All right. So and you're attacking the feral hog that's in the cab of the truck
I'm
with you?
attacking as many as I can within that blast.
Okay. So you basically there's a feral hog between
8
you.
yards long and 2 yards wide.
65 tons of
So
American
like out
pride.
the window or something.
Yeah.
So like out the window
Yeah.
or whatever.
So you basically look, and this little feral hog is next to you, and you just blow this thing out. And with that attack roll and 9 points of damage, awesome. So you see several of the little feral hogs just light up, and you can hear their little squeals. And with the lasting power, they start to kind of like disperse and run into the swarm with the larger feral hogs.
Are they
You would
now
say
on fire? From
there
the
are
last
several
one?
smaller hogs that are on fire.
Yes.
They're taking substantial damage. You would say
Who wants
they're
bacon?
with
And a
the
barbecue.
miniature hogs, the squealers as they're called. There are at least 30 and maybe up to 50 hogs in this swarm,
Jesus.
but they're mostly squealers. So,
Oh, jeez.
Jesus. All right, next up
Of
is...
course, I have to take care of this shit and cook too.
Smells like bacon. All right, now it is the larger feral hog's turn.
Hogman?
No, not
The
yet.
larger
Not yet.
feral?
The larger feral hogs. There's only a couple of the larger ones. It's mostly squealers in this swarm. One of the larger ones is going to try to go for the people in the bed of the truck, and one is going to try to leap up into the back of this truck. That one stunts on that, so it is going to handily get up into the bed of the other truck. This one fails to get up in the deuce nap because the deuce nap is pretty high. So you see one leap up, and you see the two forms that remain in the back of this, the bed of this truck. Their eyes go wide as this large, shaggy, like red-eyed, bleeding from the mouth hog lands amongst them in the bed of their truck. Hogman, it's your turn. What is he?
I'm like, okay, I got my shoe on. But it's time to go hog dunking.
And I'm gonna leap on one of the hogs.
Okay,
Fight them. Punch them in the face.
excellent. Are you gonna go for one of the mini ones that's in the bed of the truck? With you?
Sure.
Awesome.
Get away from me.
Why is he like this?
14.
14. That definitely hits.
12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. So you grab one of these little hogs by its like little hog throat, and you just punch it right in the face, and you can see like it's already like flat snouts like accordions as you smash in its face and kill the thing.
That was from my mother. I only have one rule. I don't kill.
All right, that's the end of the first round. Top
He's
of the round, Zeke. You hear him say, "I don't kill," as he tosses the clearly dead body of a squealer into the swarm.
Right, I'm going to try to maintain, like, the spin.
The truck has come to a complete stop.
Okay, I'm going to pull out my pistol and just unload the one next to me.
All right, roll me. Roll me an accuracy check.
Could you do that one more time, please? I'm like still picturing the car spinning a little. As I like kick one
As
off.
it comes to a stop.
So, I stunted.
Okay, so you look at your combat or firearm stunts. You
So
guys
I
are
also,
stunt
I
all
also
the
rolled a
fucking
6 on my stun dice.
time. Excellent, so that means you have 6 stunt points. Piece of shit.
Correct.
Stunning is designed to happen often so it adds dynamics to the encounter.
That is right. It's very cool. I enjoy stunts.
I don't know which one should I take.
Lightning attack's always great.
Okay, lightning
It's
attack.
pretty good.
Suppressive fire.
There it
Press
is.
it. You can only do that with a fully automatic gun. You're using a pistol. I'm sorry.
Rapid reload.
There you go.
Perfect.
So next time you miss and you have to reload, you do it instantaneously.
Short burst.
You can only do it with an automatic weapon. Read the thing that says automatic weapon next to it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you
Just too close.
have 5 stunt points left.
Correct. Lightning attack then.
Okay.
And then vicious blow.
Alrighty. Perfect.
Extra D6 damage, get a second attack,
All right.
and the other thing.
So I take it I hit it then?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And so I roll the damage on the handgun, which is
Yep.
d6. So 3 plus 4, 7, and then the extra d6. 7, 8,
Do we need to turn
9.
the music up at all?
It's probably a good line.
How much?
9.
9.
Maybe
You
it
put
could be
the
a touch liner.
You put the barrel to this little thing's face and just And Val, your ears are ringing as the report of this gun, and you feel like the splash on the side of the back of your head as you look out the window and you look over, and that little squealer is now painting the inside of the cab. All right. Is that all that you had on your for your stun dice, or did you have something else with the lightning?
I think I had the lightning attack, so I guess I'll do that and then shoot at the next one that's closest to the door of the truck.
Yeah. So
Ma!
you just reach
Ma!
the window.
Have you heard of tinnitus? Ma!
So that'd be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points.
15. You have to attack.
Oh, do I? Okay.
I think so.
Well,
That's
in
what
that
it says.
case,
Lightning attack.
then
Yeah,
that
make a
will
second
be,
attack. So 15 on the attack roll.
15 on the attack roll.
That hits.
And then 10 or 12 on the attack.
12. So you reach out and bam, then like one of those little piglets goes, one of those little squealers just goes flying into mist. You're checking out a couple more. That I think your kill count is the highest with that sweet drift move at the beginning. All right, the squealer's turn. There's several. You've been done to thin out their numbers pretty substantially, especially with that flamethrower blast
That's right.
frying them. It smells like burnt hair and bacon. As
Barbecue
several
it
more
is.
of the squealers start trying to get into the car. This one successfully manages to get up into the bed with Trace. That one does not. And that one does get into the cab. So in the window, like right as you're shooting, one lands on your arm and like jumps into the cab with you.
No.
That uses that actually it does get to make an attack roll on you
Oh, God.
because it was closer. Does a oh god, it's stunted.
It's happening again.
All right, it's just going to use, and its stunt dice was a 3, so it is going to use vicious blow on you. So it is going to do its little squealer bite.
This is how they get you. That's right.
What you get for this tinnitus?
You take 10
God.
points of damage as the little squealer comes up and it digs its little like feral tusks into your shoulder blade, and it's like latched on like an alligator snapping turtle. All right, that is the squealer's turn. The one in the bed of the truck actually does get to make an attack roll on Trace. I'm gonna roll that on the table. That
Taking
one's
revenge for its brother.
that one's stunted, but let's see, does an 8, 9, 10, 11, does an 11 hit you?
Who, me? I don't know.
Your defense?
Yes, it does.
Alright, so it's going to do the same thing. You take 12 points of damage.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Not great.
That extra d6 is pretty potent. Remember, you guys have a 12-pack of Monster in the truck. If you chuck it as a minor action, it heals you up. All right,
One base space with me.
that is the squealer's turn. Val, another one you see has latched itself on to Trace. You can see the other squealers that you lit on fire are going, and the fire is starting to spread, and you can see them like their forms falling to the ground as others are lit on fire. You would say you've probably taken about 10 of the squealers just with that flame blast alone.
That's right. That's right. You can thank me later.
I think we can get this one off me.
I'm going to repay Zeke in kind for the tinnitus, and I'm just going to try to take a shot at that one.
With which weapon?
The AR.
Oh my god! So, from inside the truck, Val just reaches down.
I just put the barrel right up on the little
I
squealer.
like move back.
Oh no, the muzzle.
Just the muzzle right up on it. Yeah.
Roll me an accuracy check.
Okay.
Please be high.
Yeah, pretty good.
I'm adding dexterity to this.
There's a roll called accuracy.
Accuracy, yes.
You have a +0.
That's right. So 10.
10?
10.
Unfortunately, a 10 misses the squealer.
No.
Yeah.
All right,
Sorry. And it's not enough to. You don't hit Zeke at all, but Zeke, you're like boom, like you feel like you're like an immense pressure on your right ear as the AR-15 fires out the driver's side of this vehicle.
About to hit it.
Val, that is your attack. You have a minor action.
What am I able to do with that? Let's see.
You could aim if you want to do that. Actually, let's say that you did that. Let's say that you did that.
Okay. So aiming gives me a bonus, right?
+1. You hit it. You hit it.
Oh, and with an 11 I hit
Yeah,
it?
roll me 3d6.
I saw that coming. I was like, here it comes, the minor action.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
So 3d6, that's a 10.
10 points of damage.
Yeah.
Wait, for
3d6,
the AR.
and there's a
You
sheet.
You have AR damage in 2 different places, then it's both different.
Okay.
Is this 2d6 + 7? Is that the damage I'm supposed to be using?
Yeah. Yep.
2d6. Okay. Re-roll that.
Oh, yeah.
Hey. Alright, so that was cocked.
No, I did it right.
Okay, double sixes.
Oh my gosh.
So maximum damage.
So he leans Zeke leans back, and you
19.
put the thing up against it, and the thing just detonates and covers the inside of the windshield, the driver's side windshield of the vehicle,
shower.
as you take out the
Best
spoiler.
kind.
Oh gosh.
That's
All right.
that's a string of words you could put together.
That's Val's turn.
One of the few out now.
The two feral hogs' turn. The feral hog that leapt up into the bed of the truck with those two people is going to make an attack on the male. It does hit.
They're not doing too great.
Listen, I made barbecue. I'm fine.
You see one of them. You see it run up and just like runs its tusks into the guy and like sends him like kind of like somersaulting, and he falls outside of the bed of the truck onto the ground, and you can see all the squealers within like 10 yards of it all like turn their heads and look at the fresh meat that's landed on the ground. He's alive, but his leg looks like it's pretty hurt. All right, feral hog number 2 is going to try to rear back up and jump back up into the bed of the truck. It can't do it. It rolled 3 ones. It ain't got it in it.
That's true.
It comes running up. It does
Isn't that
stunt, but it's
technically a
not.
stunt?
It is technically a stunt,
It's a
but
super
it,
stun if it's all three.
Yeah, I think it's a succeed.
It's just over stun.
So it runs up and it just like rams its face into the bed of the truck and kind of falls back stunned a little bit as it madly, bloodlustedly is trying to get into the bed of the truck. All right, that is the feral hog's turn. Hogman, you're up.
My minor action. I'm gonna crack open a monster.
Yeah.
How much does he heal?
Roll me a d6 and then add your con, and if you have stamina chosen, you get to add +2.
Thanks. I got 6 back.
There you go.
And then with my action, attack it.
Which,
The whatever just attacked me.
okay, yeah, a little squealer in the bed with you.
Yeah. No stunt. 11 plus 14 to hit.
14, that hits.
1d6 plus 8. 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. So you stomp down on this one, and you just hear like a as you like break it like a twig snapping.
Hey, don't worry, little guy. You're gonna go to a farm. A rainbow farm where there's a hammock made of dreams.
Oh, Jesus.
I toss it off the bed of the truck.
Good one.
Sitting on the truck in the bay, watching the tide roll away.
That's my turn.
Back up to the top of the round. Zeke, the numbers are pretty thinned out. You think another round or 2 of this, and you guys are gonna get them. You see, one of the survivors is on the ground, and the swarm is starting to kind of move in on him.
Perfect. As my mount, I'm gonna pop out and chug a monster.
Alrighty. So which flavor of monster are you gonna drink?
I mean the original, of course.
Black with the green text.
Black with the green text.
Yeah. All right. Roll me a d6 and add your Constitution.
Green text. Bottom.
Chase it
5.
mine with whiskey.
How much?
6 total.
6 total. So you shotgun a monster as a minor. You feel it's refreshing, reinvigorating.
Cool blast.
Yeah. Down your throat. All right. Now what are you gonna do with your major action?
All right. Now, where's the car pointed in the direction of, like, if the swarm's going for the guy, can I, like, cut them off?
Yeah, I'd say you can. I want you to roll me, you're going to roll me a dexterity check. So you're going to try to, like, you whip the truck kind of sideways. You're going to have to try to pull it around the thing, so.
11. 13.
13?
No stunts.
You pop the clutch and you kind of bring it around, and the truck has got a lot of clearance on it. So you manage to put the truck over him, like not running him over, but you just basically
like
pull it over,
covering.
straddling
Okay.
him,
Perfect.
making yourself the target of all these feral hogs.
Oh no, I made a terrible mistake.
That's right.
You chose wrong.
Protect me, Hogman.
That is your turn. All right, next up. Next up, it is the squealers' turns. All right, squealers are still going for the truck. That one does not manage to jump up in. That one does, and that one does not. The one that jumps in is going to make an attack on Val. Val does an 11 hit your defense.
That's exactly it.
Oh, that hits. I'm sorry. It does not stunt or anything.
Compromise their footing.
That's right.
You take 4 points of damage as this little thing jumps up and starts trying to gnaw on your arm. The one
Shield.
holding the shield. No, wrong
You didn't
system.
give me shield.
Sorry. Shitty DM. Shitty GM.
Shitty,
All right.
shitty GM. Didn't give me shield.
You can hear the thump, thump, thump as multiple of the squealers are trying to get into the truck. You guys know that the airport prefers these trucks because how high off the ground they are. It's hard for the feral hogs to get up in it.
I'm gonna light them all up.
Next up, yep, Val, it's your turn.
I'm lighting them all up.
Sounds good. There are
Another
a lot of
swig
them
of whiskey.
very close to the truck.
Lunch in the dud.
Sorry, I stunted.
Excellent.
A 4 on my stunt die.
Power stun.
That's right. Okay, so let's see. I have a total of, to cast my spell. Oh yeah, plenty. Way past the target number, which is 12. Way beyond it.
Excellent.
So I have I have 4 stunt points to spend. Is there anything like major in terms of hogs that I'm looking at? Anything that seems to stand out?
Yeah, there was a very large hog standing in the bed of the truck with the woman that just knocked the dude out.
And is it in like a 8-yard by 2-yard like line that I could hit with a bunch of other hogs?
Unfortunately, the way that the truck pulled around, now Zeke's side, the driver's side, is closest to it. You could attack it, or you can attack a bunch of small hogs.
I'll go for all the small ones.
Okay.
I'm gonna taking out a lot at once. That's what
Alright.
I'll do. So I will just use. I think I'll just use fast use.
All right.
That's 4.
Okay.
I'll use all my 4 stunt points on fast use. So after I resolve this power, I can immediately use another.
Excellent.
The second power must require a major action
Okay.
or a minor action before it's time to use. So, I don't know why I'm rolling again. I need to roll 2d6 for damage.
Get it.
It's 8 plus 1. Alright. Oh, you know what? I'm reading further. It says that all the targets need to make a dexterity check.
Okay.
Test versus my force.
All right.
So we didn't do that last time.
That's
I don't know
fine.
if you want to speed through it and just say they all take it, or if you want to actually do the whole thing.
Yeah, they rolled a 10. What's your force?
Hey.
Where is that?
Oh, it's your willpower. I think like 10 plus your willpower.
10 plus my willpower? Okay, so they fail.
Okay. So,
I knew where that was last time we played, but it's been a year.
it's all good. So, what's the damage?
The damage is 9.
9 points of damage. So you
What's your
unload.
damage?
Yeah, you unload on these feral hogs, and they're not quite down, but you see like their hair is burning off, and like they're starting to squeal, and like several of them are kind of like running into the underbrush, lighting it on fire because it's so dry out, climate change and all that, you've got many of the squealers on the run with the amount of damage that they've taken. Next up, and now you get to resolve another power.
Correct. So instead of a power, can I just use use the AR to try to target that other hog, or should I just reach out and use
Use another power.
Another power.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll reach out and try to get in terms of danger right now, it's just mainly that big hog.
Yeah.
I'll try to reach that then.
Okay.
I'll try to reach over Zeke.
Yeah, you reach past Zeke.
I'll just like lean over and do the whole whiskey-fueled fire thing again. Okay. No stunt, but I do handily make my target number.
All right, they're gonna roll it. It's gonna roll its check.
Yep.
11.
Okay, fail.
All right.
So they will take the full 2d6 plus 1. So it's 9 again.
9 points of damage. All right, that one you can see like its fur lights on fire. It's much bigger and much more angry, but it is still up and in the bed of the truck with the woman. You can see her kind of recoiling from the flames and this feral hog that is looming over her.
All right. With my minor action, I would like to aim at it.
Okay, sure. I don't know. Yeah, that carries over. I'll say. All right.
Right?
So
Wouldn't it?
Sure.
That's
Yeah, you
how it
aim your gun at it now, and you're
Yep.
preparing to fire on it.
That's what I'll do.
All right. Next up, it is feral hog's turn. That feral hog is on fire. It looks over at you, and it just goes leaping towards the driver's side window of the
Well, it's away from that other woman, so we're
Yep.
good.
All right. First things first. It does make the athletics check to do it. All right. It's gonna make an attack on Zeke because Zeke is the thing between it and Val. I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, 13 plus 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
That definitely hits.
All right,
Defense
buddy.
of 12.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh, buddy.
No.
Oh, buddy.
It's happening again.
It's happening again. Oh, sorry. That is 7 points of damage. It didn't stunt or anything.
It did not.
How you looking?
Not great.
So the head of this feral beast comes busting through the open window, and you can feel as one of its tusks grazes the side of your neck, and its head is now in the window. You can feel the hot breath and smell the musk coming off of it. You
Not
can smell
my
the
face, that's
copper
how I
of
make
blood
my
under
money.
its breath, and is with its head in the window. All right, that is the feral hog's turn. That's there. The one in the back is going to come around and is still trying to get up into the bed of this.
Trying to get to Trace.
Yeah,
Dog man.
enraged. This one does manage to leap up into the bed of the truck. So Trace, you just stomped on one and kicked it out, and now a much larger one, the size of a man, lands in the bed of the truck and is going to make a bite attack.
Oh
against
boy.
you. It's a 14 to
Yep.
hit. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8 points of damage.
Oh boy.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Oh, large feral hog is now in the bed of the truck. It is the end of the... No, it's now... now it is your turn, Trace.
It's Dog man.
Hogman, I'm sorry.
So
Is all I'm contending with is the big feral hog? Did I kill all the squealers
Yeah, you
around
killed
it?
all the squealers. that
All
were
right.
there.
I'm gonna use a technique that my daddy taught me before he was killed. That feral hog. I did not stunt, but I did hit with a 17.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you did.
10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Awesome. You do an actually impressive... you punched the thing, right? Is that what you did?
Yeah.
You punch it right between the eyes, and you can see them go cross-eyed for a minute, and you hear a dull crack as your fist meets a little bit of resistance and then gives on the pig's skull. You've done a substantial amount of damage. to
I
this
will then
feral
use my minor action to center myself against this worthy opponent. I'll close my eyes and I'll aim. My master, Hog Raugul, taught me
No!
hog. Raugul.
how to defend myself against the forces of the shadow.
Oh my.
That's my turn.
Correct?
Okay.
Am I misunderstanding stunts? It's when you get 2 of the same number
Yes.
on two
Yeah.
dice.
Yes,
Didn't
but
you have a 5 and 5?
No. So one of your dice has to be designated your stunt die, and that does not account to the other two.
Actually, it can.
So you stunted.
Oh,
you
I did
had 2
stunt.
5s.
It does. So you stunt
Yeah.
die. Oh, okay, my
I
bad.
need your dice.
Yeah.
Then I
And your stunt die
stunted.
was a 5.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna seize the initiative.
Yes!
Now you're going first.
Yeah!
And then I'm gonna use 1 point to duck and weave.
So I center myself.
Now you're hard to
My
hit.
I'm a little hard to hit.
And I'm still aimed. Whose turn is it next?
Yours.
Yeah!
To the top of the turn.
I was trained by the master of the martial arts.
What are you gonna do on?
9 plus 3. 12 to hit it.
That hits.
Yeah. 11 points of damage. I get a plus 8 to damage.
How do you want to do it?
You're not taking me alive. Go to sleep.
I cave in its skull.
So you just see, in the sparrow rage, you see like Hogman ducking and weaving. He brings both hands up and like just down on the hog, and you can see his little legs fly out and with a little squawk goes limp.
Use my minor action to move. Over to the innocents. I'm coming. Hogman, here to save
The
you.
truck.
Yeah.
The other truck. So okay, so there's you make me let me see. Make me a strength check to make the leap between these two.
No.
It's happening. Oh no! Oh hey, I kind of stunted.
I mean, you did, but...
Oh no.
7?
So
Hey.
Stunting only counts if you succeed.
I
Yeah.
think it does. So you go to leap
I
and
think I
you're
remember
Target
that.
number 1, perhaps.
I think I remember stunting only happens
Yeah,
if
of
you
course,
succeed,
yeah.
right? Okay.
So your boots are a little slick from the raspberry jam that the Hogs have been releasing, and you slip a little bit, you jump, and you grab onto the side of this truck. You didn't like completely fail, so you're like your torso lands, and like the wind knocks out of you a little bit, and you can feel like kind of nipping at your heels are some of these flaming squealers that are below you. All right.
That's and then I'm all good. I did everything. Yeah.
I seize the initiative.
All right, Zeke,
My
it
voice
is your
is gonna
turn.
be gone. Go get more water.
Alright, I'm gonna pull out my
buddy.
pistol. I'm gonna aim by putting it up to its neck that's in my face right
Oh God,
now.
yeah.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna take a shot at it.
Go for it. You get a +1 on the attack.
I do. I do not. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So the thing is flailing all around, and your gun goes off, and a bullet goes out through the
Oh, no.
windshield as it like slams its meaty face against your side, trying to attack you.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Zeke. It's happening again.
It is.
All right. Next up, it is the squealers' turn. All the squealers, the ones that have been set on fire, seeing one of their brood, the largest of their brood, so mercilessly brought down by Hogman, the small squealers go running off into the underbrush. You can see that the grasses and stuff growing up on the sides of this dilapidated road have started to catch on fire, where the flaming squealers have gone in and subsequently died. Val, it is your turn.
Boy.
You can see the large feral hog in the back is gone. The head of one is in there, and Zeke tried to shoot it, and the gun went off through the windshield.
So that's the one I aimed at previously.
Correct. So you're getting a +1.
So I'm going to take a shot at it with my AR still.
I Captain Kirk that feral hog. Overhead smash.
I didn't go in there. I stunted.
Of course you did.
My stunt.
I'm not gonna stunt
My
this
stunt dice
session.
are 1.
I never
I don't know
stunt.
that I actually succeeded. So what's my target number for shooting with this gun?
Tell me your total attack roll.
It's not great because I add my accuracy, right? But I have a bonus from
Yeah, the
Amy,
+1.
which is a +1. Listen, it's not it, Chief. It's a 6.
Okay.
That's not it, Chief. So
danger.
I don't stun. Thank you very much. I
But
don't
you
stun.
stunted before.
I
So
did stunt before, so
you-
I'm happy.
The gun goes off, like basically directly in front of your face, Zeke, and goes flying out the window. You hear a as it like reflects off of the truck that you guys are next to.
Shit!
As you're like
I'm
firing.
gonna aim again as my bonus action, as my minor action.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Blindly firing at this feral hog.
Is it a free action? I'm gonna take a swig of whiskey.
Yeah. Steady the nerves. Alright,
No, I'm just fed up with this shit.
Val, that was your turn. It is the feral hog's turn, and it is right next to Zeke
It's about to
at the
stop.
driver's side.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, it's trying to it's actually going to try to hold itself up because it's kind of like suspended into that window. It does not succeed. So you can hear like the scrabbling of its cloven hooves on the side of the truck as it like fumbles out and falls onto the ground next to the truck. It stands back up and it looks up at you like growling with murderous intent. That is its turn. I will say it is now. Oh, back to the top of the round to Hogman. Hogman, it's your turn.
Top of the round. I'm gonna make my way.
There's still a feral hog attacking these people,
Yeah,
right?
it is on the ground next to the driver's side door.
I will use my minor and move up to it.
Yes.
Because I'm not next to
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. You can move. Like you just jump
Yeah.
up onto the roof of the truck and move down next to it.
14.
14 hits.
Yeah.
Hogs, you just fall past the driver's window.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So the cinch, like you just drop down
Yeah,
on the
yes.
roof. Roll your damage.
11 points of damage.
You bring both of your heels down on its spine, and you can just hear the sickening crack like a branch in a tree breaking. And the thing.
Go gentle and that good night. Enjoy your rest. Sleep well, for I do not kill.
But you use your triangle blades?
Not yet.
She's
I
good.
can't wait for those.
I don't kill. It's like my one rule.
And the music isn't stopping now.
You have to stop the other guy.
You have to stop the original track
There
and
it
then
goes.
play the
It
next
was just
track.
slightly delayed. As a silence falls over the clearing, you can hear the tick, 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 tick of the cooling gun barrel of Val in the hood of the truck from where she fired it multiple times, and you can hear the distant squeals of the squealers as they run off into the underbrush. Smell of smoke starts to waft across as the fire gets larger and larger in the brush. The man that fell to the ground kind of like tries to stand up, but you can tell his leg has been savaged. And the woman who was cowering in the bed of the truck says, "Oh, thank the Lord! You saved us!"
And I made barbecue at the same time.
Oh,
A true hero needs no gratitude.
can you? Our car broke down. Can you get us back to Preston Heights?
That's just the way we're heading.
Hang on.
I pop out a monster and drink it.
That's fine. Roll the d6 at your car.
Who are you?
My name is Mary Sue.
Mary Sue.
That's Clarence. She points on the ground.
No, like, what's your real name, though?
Mary Sue.
It's a common name. My mom's name
If
is
you
Mary
if
Sue,
you think
and my
that she
sister's,
if
and
you
her
think that
sister.
she is lying to you, you can roll me a perception check.
I just want to, like, eye these people up and down and try to get a feel for, like,
Yeah.
what we're dealing with. Okay. And you want me to add perception? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
That would be 13.
13. She seems rattled. You don't really think that she is lying to you right now. You can see like her hands are trembling. She's full of adrenaline. And you can see like the markings of the vehicle are come with. Actually, you can see like Amazon logo on the side of the truck. It's one of the ones from them.
Right. I'm trying to get a feel for, like, if these people are going to be a threat to us, etc.
No, they're
that
not.
Kind of
Like
thing.
she is so freaked out. The guy starts to pull himself up onto the from the side of the truck. He's like, "Oh, thank the Lord, you saved us."
Finn,
Lord has nothing to do with it.
no, for I am not the servant of the Lord. I am Hogman.
He looks over at you and like just kind of cowers away from you, like as you are like still crouched on the.
We all
broken-
deal with our traumas
the broken-
differently.
the
That's
broken
right.
corpse of the sparrow hog. It's like we were sent out here to collect the dead batteries. and then the car broke down.
With what? What was the problem? Your battery?
I don't know. Do either of you know machines?
Oh boy.
I can definitely take a look. Mind getting my hands dirty?
All right.
I'm something of an expert.
Very quick question. Do we have a way of replenishing our points?
So your power points replenish when you take 8 hours of long rest.
So that's not happening today. Okay.
Oh no.
You
I
have
need
to
to
learn
go
stamina.
Oh no.
figure out what I've been
You
doing.
used at least 12 from what I counted.
Correct. Well,
Oh,
no, not 12. I used 11 because I did stunt and I reduced.
You have to learn longevity and stamina.
What's your total?
So do you, Zeke? Do you pop the truck open?
Yeah.
So, like the squeal of the truck that needs oiled, the door opens and you kind of like pick your way past the broken body of this feral hog that just moments ago was doing its best to end your life on this
Just kick it in the
wretched
face.
earth. So you go up to the hood and you need someone to pop the hood, obviously.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
So you get in there.
Just
Roll
pop
me
it up.
roll me a perception check to find the latch for the hood.
Oh, come on.
I'm kidding. you find. So at first you go and then you hear the thunk and like the.
I would just rip it open.
And the gas can opens and then you.
We have no time to wait for latches.
Oh, God.
Simple latches.
Roll me a strength.
We have no way of knowing when the feral hogs will descend.
Roll me a strength check.
Oh, that's cocked.
Oh my god.
9. I can't do math. Strength. Can this be grappling?
Come on.
Yeah, sure.
13.
13.
Yeah. Yep.
You can hear like the. And like the hood starts to think, and it's actually pretty rusty. To boom, like it pops up, but you notice like the whole hood is like come loose now.
I toss it into the wilderness.
Oh gosh! So now there's an exposed engine block to you.
All right.
Toss it into the wilderness. God.
So you,
I'm gonna start rooting around in that sucker. See what's going on.
roll me an intelligence tinkering check.
I taught him well.
I stunted.
No.
Poorly.
For
I
the
stunted.
love of
So
God,
it
please
probably
Doesn't
won't
count
help.
here. That doesn't work. And remember to add your focus, which is an additional +2.
6, 7, 8.
While this is happening,
It's like you're cooking
Val is
stuff.
collecting some of the barbecue
11.
little hogs.
Excellent. 11. All right, so Val, you start to, so as you're kind of rooting around in here trying to hog out what has gone wrong with the motor, Val, start collecting these feral hogs, and you collect, I would say, at least 25 of them. The fire spread quickly, and that's really great because it takes you guys much closer to your annual quota for Premier Sanders.
That's right.
I'm going to meditate on top of the cut.
So you on top of the broken down one? Or on top
No,
of
ours vehicle. The Dusseldorf.
So, Hogman is now sitting on top of the Dusseldorf, just doing his best to meditate.
I've achieved inner peace.
He says.
I can hear everything.
Okay, so as you root around under the hood, you can actually tell that several of the spark plug wires had worked themselves loose, basically due to disrepair. You're able to. It's actually a pretty minor thing to fix.
Perfect. Let's pop those suckers back in.
Yep. You can see that Clarence has managed to pull himself into the passenger side of the thing, gingerly holding his leg, as Mary Sue jumps behind the driver's seat. And
Give it a go. See if it works.
you can see like
Perfect.
black smoke coming out of the exhaust pipe, and you can smell the bacon smell as you know that these vehicles have been converted to run on hog fat.
The worst.
You hear the throaty rumble of its diesel engine purr back to life.
Good as new. And I go to pat the tub and I just touch the side instead. All right.
She says,
The hood was irrevocably damaged in the ensuing chaos. It had to be torn off. Lanced like a boil.
It's an upgrade. Speed hose. One big speed hole.
Lanced like a boil. All right.
I'm back in our vehicle.
Mhm.
Just feet up on the dash again. Just with my knife, just peeling back some of the charred skin and hair. Just eating.
Oh gosh.
You're not supposed to eat that. You have to turn it in. If you're gonna eat it, I mean.
This one's
cook
so
it
small
differently.
it doesn't even count. And
A
I'm
bunch
hungry.
of them together count.
I'm hungry.
Smells really
Pass
good.
them over here.
Here.
So,
Don't tell anyone.
are you still meditating on the top of the truck?
I'm achieving inner peace through the powers of the night.
She said, so
You're
Mary
gonna go to your farm upstate
I can see.
where your parents send you emails.
I can see other people's dreams.
Yeah.
Alright, Hog Man, you
great.
better hold on, because we gonna move.
My parents speak to me.
I'd start moving the truck.
Yeah.
Hey!
So
Hold on.
Mary Sue says, we can lead you back.
Perfect. We'll be right behind you.
You can see the now hoodless truck kind of makes a 3-point turn and makes its way across the dilapidated bridge.
I'm gonna mosey into the back seat and start to take off my disguise.
Now, they're gonna wonder who this new person is. Trace. As you know.
Can we trust him?
You know. My civilian name, Trace. They're gonna wonder where Hogman went. But they must never know.
Yep.
For their own safety.
Have you tried a gun?
No! I don't kill.
What do you don't kill people?
No, I don't
What?
kill at all. I've never harmed a living creature.
What
What do
think
you call
just did to
this?
those hogs?
You punched the skull into this.
He's sleeping.
Yeah, how do you think it's gonna wake up?
Sleeping in my
I
belly.
don't know. Maybe you can use some of your magics.
Yeah, no, I'm not a necromancer.
If you're not feeling too tapped.
It's dead. You murdered it. Which, listen, that's not a judgment statement.
No.
I value murdering feral hogs. It's fine.
It's sleeping.
It's never waking up. What do you think happens when you take a flesh and bone skull thing and you make it inside out?
I'm not wearing hockey pants.
No, but you are, though.
He looked down at
Those
you.
literally are discount hockey pants that you picked up at Amazon. At the Amazon.
Amazon.
At the Amazon. Whatever the fuck. Just eat your cherries and drive.
Yeah. You were making 0 sense, Val.
I take a nice long swig and I'm like, I'm surrounded by idiots.
All right.
Hogman!
Just screaming. So,
Every once in a while, I hear a voice of my parents, so I just
no.
I take my very large hair that's in the back here and I just kind of drape it over my eyes with my feet kicked up on the dash. And I'm just like, fuck, please just let me get some fucking shut-eye before we get to fucking wherever the fuck we're going. Oh my god.
Sometimes I think of all my friends that I lost in the war.
Shut up, I'm trying to listen to my parents.
Val and Zeke.
Yeah, lost in the
terrible.
war.
Their voices
Right
are-
here.
Their voices are still with me. To this day. I can still hear them. It's like they're here.
Shut the fuck up.
I can still hear a voice.
Jeez.
It's a hot breath of like, shut the fuck up.
I can still. It's like she's still here with me.
So, there's not really so much a back seat to this truck because it's like a 2-seater cab.
I'm in it.
So he's literally just stuffed himself into the space for toolboxes that's behind the seat.
But I'm like, how tall is Christian Bale?
I don't know.
I think I'm like so I'm like 6'1" and like pretty well muscled actually.
Yeah, he's
So I'm like a big guy.
Gosh, just his hot breath in your ear.
Alright. Hold on. I gotta go to my civilian persona so they don't know who I am. Goodbye, Hogman.
You still have grease paint on your eyes.
Goodbye, Hogman.
You still have grease paint
Goodbye.
on your eyes.
Alright. I'm back.
Oh, where
I'm back.
did Hogman go? Trace, who has grease paint still on his eyes?
Hogman only, he only comes when people need him.
Really, I wish that I had the relationship with Hogman that you do.
It's a mystery.
Yeah, no one will ever solve that.
No. And they can't, for their lives would be in danger. If they knew the secret identity of the greatest heroic vigilante.
Trace, take
Yes.
some corn oil and get the grease paint off your eyes.
You could use some of the pig fat.
I'll use-
From the pig
Or the pig
I'll
fat.
use some of the pig fat.
Oil gets rid of oil. Like, this is how this works.
Who killed these pigs?
I think it was how
You did! Hogman murdered these hogs.
No. Well, I'm not Hogman. I ran away when I heard the fighting.
Right? Because you're a coward.
Yes, I am. Because my parents were killed by hogs.
Right? Just like Hogman's.
Coincidence? I think not.
A lot of
And
people-
you know
a lot
what?
of
Everyone
people-
else's parents were killed by hogs. You're not special.
Statistically, you will be killed by hogs.
And your children will be killed by hogs.
Pride knew exactly how tall Christian Bale was.
He did. They did.
Yeah.
Pride. Regardless of whether or not you looked that statistic up, I'm proud.
They just knew.
They just knew. That's right.
Is it nice to be heard to hear being told that they're proud? Someone's proud of you, like
Proud
parents,
Ceratops.
or like someone that loves you. Yeah. Because I would like to hear that sometime.
You'd have to do something noteworthy with your life.
Chase doesn't know what that's like.
So the trucks continue driving.
I'm the worst.
As a full orange moon starts to rise on the night, you can see the road is illuminated by the headlights of these two vehicles. The truck in front of you kind of kicks up dust and whatnot, but luckily with the height of the truck that you're able to see over it, as you start to get to more and more what appears to be like ruins of old buildings of the land that was before the incident. It was from what you know, it was a land of decadence and and of technological marvels.
So those years were the BI years, the BI years.
Yes, those would be by
Years
years. Yeah.
bygone.
Yeah.
Bygone.
Bygone era.
No. Oh, I'm taking psychic damage.
So, you guys are now approaching the area that is known as Preston Heights, below what was known to be a metropolis, Joliet. God, Matt.
I didn't say it on stream.
It's okay.
I didn't say that I'd let
Sure.
Christian Bale choke me on stream. So
No, you
No.
didn't then, but you sure just did now.
Because if you said that you would let Christian Bale choke you on
Right,
stream,
choke
then we
me
would-
out.
Yeah, we would need a mature content filter.
Correct. Erotically choke me out.
Yeah, erotically.
right. That's right.
Erotic. You guys are coming into, and as you start to move deeper, you can see actually signs of settlement and life. You can see what appears to be like sowed fields of wheat and corn and soybeans, monstrously large because the GMO crop has gone rampant.
Really sucks for people with soy allergies.
It's like
It
mute.
does.
It's like mute
Well,
fruit.
Unfortunately, yeah, it's like mute fruit, exactly. Unfortunately, everyone with soy allergies died because no one respected food allergies.
Rip me.
It's been weeded out.
It's been weeded. Yeah. What's that like? What do hogs do when they root it out? Yeah.
Rooted out.
Yeah,
Rooted out.
Yeah. As you guys begin to get closer and closer to the true settlement that is Preston Heights. Let me change the music to something.
Did we get an 8-hour nap?
No.
Can take a long rest.
As we get
Single
closer to the
combat. Did we get a
settlement,
long rest?
I will quickly slam on the brakes
I'm
for a half a
tapped.
second to wake Val up.
So Val is trying to sleep.
Damn it.
We're here.
There's no seatbelts in this thing. It just kind of bounces her head off of the door a
Wake
little
up.
bit. Let's
Preston House.
play this.
I kind of talk like I have marbles in my mouth.
No, not this.
I made of marbles that you can put in your mouth.
You know, I'm not above it, but I would probably choke on them.
When don't you have marbles in your mouth?
So, like I was saying, we have to make sure that we keep our guard up. This looks like a nice town, but it's full of crime.
As long as I get my
Right.
transmission, that's all that matters.
All right.
Let's go get this drivetrain and get the fuck out
Drive
of here.
not transmission. Same difference. Doesn't matter. It's all the same.
Says the
Big old
mechanic.
hunk of metal.
Says-
Just hit enough
You know,
times
it
the range.
disturbs me that you don't know
It's
the
okay.
difference
It
between
all
these
works out.
things, the parts that actually make things work.
When
You
we
actually
get
don't know anything about. Well, actually, know a little bit. Actually, you do know a little bit. Yeah.
when we get out of the car, I'd like to do a threat assessment.
Okay. So as you guys come up, you come to a large set of. You pass by several gates, and you're waved in past them, especially with the car leading you. They basically clear hey, these guys are with us. You're brought past a series of successively larger I guess you'd call them walls. You can tell that they're built from the wreckages of old vehicles, pedestrians and different stuff, all topped with barbed wire, and you can see people walking along them. You can hear the of the generators that power this area, and spotlights kind of shine out, trying to keep all the feral hogs away.
I'm sorry, are they sensitive to light?
At least they can see them to shoot them.
The vampiric ones are.
Oh no!
Super feral,
Ultra
ultra feral vampiric hogs.
Gotcha. So, you guys are brought in past the last set of the largest set of gates, and basically it's a big school bus that they kind of push out of the way as you are brought into the inner sanctum of Preston Heights and to what used to be the Amazon distribution center that is there.
Amazon.
Amazon.
The car pulls up, and you can see people in makeshift uniforms with the Amazon logo on them.
Oh no!
And they're each holding one's holding a sawed-off shotgun, and the other one's holding. And you can do a threat assessment now.
You're still holding on to your past. Let go.
Who are you talking to?
All of them with the uniforms on.
You stunted.
Oh my
What was
god.
your total?
Oh my god.
3.
Do you have any bonuses?
It's 111.
Do you have any
You're
bonuses?
super stunted.
What would this be? Intelligence or perception? The answer is no.
So,
My character's an idiot.
I just want to say, oh god, we had the best chat. Joe Carricker just said hog for rot too.
Yeah, hog for rot too.
Hot too. Yes. Erotic Christian Bill.
Joseph Character is helping you. Joseph Character. The Joseph Character is helping you write this show.
That's right. Hog for rot too.
Now the
Joseph
villain.
Character.
No,
Now we have a boss.
Canon.
Yep.
Canon. So you do your threat assessment, and you think
Shadows move around me everywhere.
you look at the school bus, and you start to have a flashback of your childhood when your parents were killed in a school bus by feral hogs.
No.
Shadows move all around this town.
Oh look, Hogman's back.
Evil lurks around every corner.
Hogman, where's your
Not safe!
Hogman, where'd your hockey
Focus.
pants go? Also your hog
Focus.
mask. And your triangle blades.
Your face in the
Jeez,
back.
Hogman, you look a lot like Trace.
Calm down.
I can hear him.
How you doing, Hog Trace?
Oh, Val, you're still alive!
No.
We're safe here.
I'm a ghost. I'm a hallucination.
You're
I'm
not
here to
helping
haunt
Val.
you.
It's like you're so real.
Shut up. Let me do this.
It's like you're so real.
I'm here to haunt you for the rest of your days.
For all that I did wrong.
That's right. And the only way to atone is to do every goddamn thing that I say.
I don't believe that.
Roll me a communication check.
I stunted!
Doesn't count.
With a 6 on my stunt die.
And Matt, you roll me a
I rolled really well,
willpower,
man.
I
You
would
good
say.
luck. Good luck. God
Actually,
bless. Communication?
Oh.
Oh.
This is in a poster.
18.
Oh,
What?
17.
18 with a 6 on my stunt die.
Oh,
so
God. Oh,
whatever
well,
that does.
I don't have any stunts here. Shut up and let me do this. So you kind of think that maybe she could be a ghost, possibly.
Oh
Or a
no.
hallucination.
I mean, you
yeah.
know that she does magic.
She's a ghost. Sitting here to haunt me.
And You guys are having this exchange, and the guards are just kind of like standing outside the
They're
truck.
all evil.
You can see
They're all
Mary,
evil.
like Mary Sue and Clarence are kind of just like looking at each other like sheepishly. They're like, well, they
It's
weren't
okay.
wrong.
We got money.
I snap out of it and I'm like, okay, they're all against us, but it's fine. Just play your cards right.
We just need the one thing.
Fly
And
casual.
then we can go.
Yeah.
Just keep an eye out.
As you guys kind of disembark from the truck, you can see one of the guards is kind of helping Clarence walk along as they lead you up to one of those kind of corrugated garage doors as it lifts up, and you enter the sanctum of the Amazon distribution center. You go in, and you can see that this what once was a large packed warehouse, and you've been most of you have been here before, has now been set up into a series of tenements. The racked storage for warehouses is now a series of sleeping locations, and a kind of diffuse haze of smoke hangs in the air of the various hog fires around the building. You're brought up kind of like through this like winding thing, and you pass by a number of bazaars and whatnot, people selling different wares and whatnot. One of them says, moonshine, 3 pistol bullets.
Oh my God, I cannot handle anymore
I
that
will be
corn
right
bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You approach the woman.
Yeah.
So you come up
3
and
bullets.
yeah. You see an elderly looking woman. Her face is like deep creases, kind of like a cornfield in summer when there has been no rain. And you can see that she's probably
That's
got
how you know the moonshine's good.
about one tooth. Got one tooth left.
Perfect.
And she says,
Even better.
uh,
All good sounds.
If it'll make me blind so I don't have to stare at your face anymore, all the better.
I am positively sure it will.
Great. Great. That would greatly improve my life quality.
oh, Sonny, would you like to buy some moonshine?
I most certainly would.
It'll be 3 pistol bullets, please.
And I'll hand her the 3 bullets.
Oh, may Sanders shine upon you. As
Yep.
she hands you a small fifth of moonshine
Perfect.
whiskey.
All right, now that we've got what we've come for, we
Is
can
there-
leave.
Is there a whiskey here that is not made of corn?
Roll me a...
Everything is corn.
You've been here before, so I will say roll me an intelligence check.
I'm good at that shit. Ooh, I stunted. What is this?
It doesn't matter.
And I rolled really high too on the shit that doesn't matter. On the shit that doesn't matter. Okay, great. So with intelligence.
Didn't you stunt on magic twice?
No, this is going much
Stunting
better than
on
last
it.
game. I'm actually stunting when it matters, but this is also stunting when it doesn't matter. Okay,
That
so
matters.
just regular intelligence.
It always matters.
20.
20.
Even if it doesn't do
You do know that there is not
20 is really high in this game, by the way.
any
Really
non
high.
non corn based whiskey, but you heard a rumor the last time that you were here that there was a convoy from the deep south that was bringing up some legitimate whiskey from before the incident.
I'm gonna find it.
Okay. Roll me a communication check as you ask around. So basically, the moment you guys got in, the guards are starting to lead you in, and you guys kind of start to wander off, and they just kind of stand there,
Okay.
patiently waiting.
Okay. Oh shit! I moved that. That was a 4 out of 6. Communication. Oh, it could have been better.
As you're asking around, is what the communication is.
2. 11.
11. 11's actually not bad. So as you start to ask around, you ask a couple of different people, including the whiskey, a couple of the whiskey dealers. They have corn-based whiskey, they have wheat-based whiskey, they have soy-based whiskey. Basically, they make whiskey out of everything.
Did the abomination of a term called soy-based whiskey just leave your mouth?
It did.
Absolutely.
They are making do with what they have.
Soy whiskey.
But as you ask.
Soylent whiskey.
Soylent whiskey. As you ask the wheat whiskey dealer, he says, "Well, I heard that Vance bought the only case. Vance Bezos. He's the
God damn it.
the mayor. He and Beulah.
Beulah Bezos.
from this town.
She's a Southern Belle, isn't she?
He points over his shoulder, and you can see kind of like overlooking the warehouse is like a glass case, and you can see light coming out of it, like soft golden light coming out of it.
Right, okay, but
God,
when
kill
something
me.
like that comes in, somebody's got to skim a little off the top, right?
Not if you want to keep your hands.
I mean, there are people in this town that have their ways. Otherwise, they wouldn't have made it so far under Vance.
Roll me one last communication check.
Please be better.
I
That's
know. I've
okay.
heard there's a
That's
Bezos
okay.
fella is a terrible person.
Beulah, was it Beulah?
15.
What was it?
15.
He looks at it, he's like, I'm real sorry, but, you know, rumors spread fast, and, you know, if you do something for them, you might be able to convince them to give you one.
Like what?
He kind of, like, looks around, and he says, I heard the Hogs swarm down south is getting real bad. Near Dresden. They're big uns.
Good to know.
Hog swarm. It's encroaching.
Alright,
It's
I got a
always
lead on
encouraging.
actual alcohol.
And this is actual alcohol. I'll take a sip.
So it
Yeah,
tastes
I mean, like when you want to drink it and taste it.
passable, you know.
Good.
It's better than the solvent that you use to clean engine parts that you've been drinking lately. That's all I have to say.
Perfect.
The guards are like, are you ready? We're taking you to see Beulah and Vance.
Great. Listen, there is nothing I have looked forward to more this entire day.
Okay. So you were led He just kind of like, okay.
Hey, what's toughness?
Toughness is basically when you take damage, you just subtract the amount from the amount of damage that you take.
Oh, that's right.
Just go ahead and add 6 to my hit points.
Yeah, you might want to add those things.
Because I'm actually really tough.
Yeah? I kind of forgot to tell you guys that as you're taking.
Because you're like, we're not doing armor because armor's complicated. I'm like, but what's toughness?
Toughness is your innate toughness.
Cool.
Armor stacks on top of it.
Great.
Great. Now you know.
What kind of armor rating does my hog mask have?
What kind of
Negative-
armor rating does my biker check in?
-3. Okay. So
What
you
about
guys,
those hockey pants he's wearing?
he's not wearing them anymore. He took them off.
Vance
now.
Vance and Beulah Bezos, they're probably criminal
Right.
masterminds. We should have our guard up.
So
You want to just, cut out the middleman and just summon Hogman now?
I can't summon Hogman.
Just throw up the hog signal.
I didn't even bring it with me. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Ugh. What good are you?
He could be
I
anywhere.
mean, I could probably craft a pretty good hog signal out.
I don't think it's
I
necessary.
mean, so could I.
Anywhere where innocents need help. Anywhere where there's injustices to be... What's the word? Justified.
To be rooted out.
Anywhere where the fat has settled in. Anywhere where the bacon needs fried. Anywhere where the capitalist pig dogs.
the guard is like. So you guys are now standing at the base of these stairs that lead
You
up
mean
to
like
like
where
the
we're
glass
headed?
thing. Yeah, and the guards are just kind of like standing there watching you guys like sail.
Anywhere where the pigs rule. Look over to the guards. Hogman.
He's like, yeah, fuck pigs.
Yeah, fuck pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think he literally, never mind. We're not gonna, no.
All right, then. Let's...
Oh, man.
Ah, listen, I cut short.
Common
You-
redirect.
So, do you guys proceed into the sanctum of Beulah
I do.
and Vance?
Yep.
All right.
Here we go.
So you guys are
Can't
let
wait
up. The double doors open into. You feel the temperature drops about like 7 or 8 degrees as there's this thing called air conditioning that they used to have. It was a marvel of the old times. And you can feel like the cold,
Winter
the
in
sweat that was building up on your back. What was that?
It's winter in here.
Ice
What?
magic.
You do know that there's cryokinetic magic users. You're led in, and the air is much clearer up here, and it has kind of a pleasant smell of like burnt cedar or whatnot as the incense goes. The guards go back kind of behind these this set of like red velvet curtains. You can hear a little bit of whispering, and then you can hear, "Oh, send them in, send them in."
Oh God!
And you can see.
This is becoming.
This is exactly what I was worried it was going to be.
Was it Red Dragon or Hannibal where he gets knocked into the pit and fed to the hogs? Hannibal, right?
Yeah,
it was Hannibal.
This
is becoming Hannibal very,
Yeah.
very quickly.
Or, yeah, the Hannibal, the TV show.
Oh God!
So you were kind of led past, and they do require you to check your weapons at the door.
I don't have any weapons except for this is horrible.
You guys put up any fight?
We have to check our weapons.
Yeah, they just says they show you like a little basket, right? There's like a umbrella basket. They're pretty common, like
I
saloons
leave the knife
and
that's in my
whatnot.
boot, but I
Okay.
give them everything else.
They'll give you a once over, each of you.
Ugh.
Are you trying to hide the knife?
I mean, it's in my boot.
They kind of just pat you guys down, unless you guys have anything.
Buy a girl a drink first.
He's like,
Also, you're not my type.
he was good. Like you can see him perk up when you say that, and then he kind of lets down. He does take the knife and he puts it. He's like, "Sorry, ma'am, I'm gonna have to put this with the guns." So, you guys are then
Fight me.
led beyond the red curtain. You can see in the dim light there is an elderly-looking woman, but she's done up in very nice clothes, and you can see that she's wearing one of those regal things. People used to call them snuggies. It is like a very comfortable, flowy gown. And you can see that it looks like one of the fabled Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I'm gonna stick this in my eye.
Not enough whiskey in this world.
Fucking Snuggie.
My God, she's beautiful.
That used to apparently fight evildoers, mutants, before the incident. And next to her is an equally looking.
Where's your flask? I'm out.
Tall man. His hair is balding on top, and he has a bit of a bridge, and he's got a long hawkish nose. He says, "Oh yes, welcome. My name is Van Bezos," and he reaches out to shake each of your hands.
Nice to meet you.
Shake his head.
I am
I'm
busy
still
taking
covered
a
in
very
my pit
long-
guts and grease, though.
He immediately pulls out a clean cloth and wipes it off. He's like, "And this is my wife Beulah," and she's like, "Oh yes, it's nice to meet you."
I've been too busy taking a very long swig of whatever the hell you just procured.
Moonshine.
Yeah.
I see you're enjoying some of our local spirits.
I quit. I quit this channel. I quit this game.
This is what happens when you give me the power to run.
I quit.
What has been given can be taken away.
And then Vance says, "She's like, your reputation precedes you. I hear that you were responsible for saving two of our dear comrades."
Yeah, we take our appreciation in the form of real whiskey.
I assure you that.
Yeah, no, I know you got some.
Yes, we have the finest corn, wheat,
No,
and soy
yeah.
malts that you can find in the
no.
Illinois.
She's
Yeah,
on
no,
about
the
the
buy
good
whiskey.
stuff.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, that is extremely rare.
Well, I mean, what are the lives of their people worth to you? We saved them.
Less than a bottle of the buy whiskey, I'm
He said it. He just came out and said it.
Yeah. You know what? I'm feeling mighty hungry.
It's not great.
Are you hungry?
No.
I'm so hungry right now.
I'm
I
not
could
hungry.
really go for some barbecue.
I'm good.
What do you think? Barbecue?
He says, they bring it
So
from
hungry,
the
though.
promised land known as Kentucky.
Mmm.
The convoy
I mean, it's the
brought it
promised land just down where but here.
1 year ago.
Promised land is in the north.
I have the distinct feeling it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It
it's
feels that
here
way.
now.
So, but I think that perhaps you've come to barter. I know the airport sends their finest every 6 months.
Yeah, look, we need a drivetrain for the generator that we have. We need, and I just rattle off a list of other shit that we need.
quite direct. And then you can see behind him, that Beulah pulls out a little notepad and kind of starts noting some stuff down.
I also tack on a bunch of other shit that we don't actually need, but I want.
Okay.
And the whiskey to the last.
I definitely said the whiskey like twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after
In
he writes it
addition to
down,
already having mentioned
he
it.
says, and what do you bring to barter from airport?
Well, I mean, besides the lives of your people,
Yes, we've
which you
established that.
clearly don't value very
Oh,
well.
I value
but, you
very
know,
much.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, so besides that, we have, and then I rattle off the
So you guys-
list of goods that we have to trade.
You guys have fish. You guys
That's right.
have some chemicals from the chemical plant.
We have fish because I know that you poisoned all of the fish in your backyard. So
You can make sushi.
that's
These
right.
are fresh ones.
And one of the more
beat that.
important things that you
'Cause you're probably tired of eating hog.
I don't touch this stuff. It's for the warehouse workers.
Well, we have some nice fresh fish for you and your delicate palate.
I think that you know that you have that is very valuable. A thing that is very rare in this world is you are a mechanist. And one of the things that, and you could hear, you remember that Mary Sue said that they have been collecting dead car batteries. You, through the power of the solar flare, are able to top off dead and empty batteries, which there is no way to do today, besides using a generator powered by Hogbat.
And
So you guys have a collection of car batteries in your trunk, not in your truck, that you've come to trade.
And I just happen to be able to fix your little battery issue.
She's got them sparker hands.
If
Charge 'em right
that
up.
would be worth anything to you, I don't know.
I heard that airport had recently acquired a mechanist. He kind of looks at you. He's like,
You know what fuels mechanists? Good whiskey.
It's true.
It's
Wow.
actually required in basically anything a mechanist can do.
"Is that true?"
Did I stutter?
She uses it for all of her magic.
Roll me a communication check and add me an extra +1 because Trace is helping you.
I'm helping.
Okay. So I stunted. The
Okay.
stunt
I love
die
to
is
say.
a 5.
I love to say I stunted when I didn't.
It's not doing. I'm not doing like social stunts or social. Yeah.
But it feels good anyways, even if it doesn't.
15.
15.
Stunt die 5.
Just
You
like
see-
love,
you
it
see
feels
her-
good even though it doesn't matter.
Right.
Just, I'm going to say it.
He looks at you
For
like
whiskey.
his eyes are kind of like searching your face a little bit. He says, "I'll tell you what. If you charge, tell me actually. I've heard that mechanists with the sparky hands, as they're called, can also put liquid fuel into vehicles. That's not hog fat. Is that true?"
There's only one way to find that out. Isn't there?
Well, he leans back and you can hear him kind of see him laid over and like he and Beulah whisper a little bit.
Putris? Good God.
Beatrice. And you,
Eunice.
Eunice, Bernadette.
yeah. So you can see them kind of talking, like gesture a little bit back and forth, and he leans up. He's like, "Yes. I would say that the majority of the items in your list are easily traded for. If you can indeed fill a fuel tank with liquid fuel, I would gladly give you half a bottle of the Bai whiskey.
How many points does that cost me?
And the difficult thing is this drive train that you have asked for. And you can hear him say, "Early, would you come in here, Early?" And from the back you can see a tall man. He wears simple clothes. He's got kind of a leather apron on. He's got very dark skin.
If you had
and
to
he
ask
comes
for
in.
Early to walk in, isn't he already late?
No, he's early.
No, he's late.
He's like,
Late's his brother.
My name is Early. Can I help you? Early, these gentlemen and lady are from airports, and they say that they need a drivetrain. Can you help them with it? And he kind of looks over. He's like, what kind of drivetrain do you need?
A driving one.
Do you have a schematic?
Do you have the? Yeah, I'm sure I got it here somewhere.
So yeah,
for
you would have it. Right. So you pull out like this old weather diagram from this from before the incident, and you hand it over to him, and he looks at it. He's like, I hate to tell you that we ain't got anything like that here in the Amazon, but
if you got anything close, I might be able to beat it into shape.
Well, we were collecting most of our more rare mechanical equipment from the blighted lands to the south, near Dresden, but the Hogs have been really stirring up something fierce down there, and we have not been able to send any scouts. Well, those that we've sent have not come back.
Bezos, buddy, what I'm hearing is that you don't have the goods to trade for us.
And he says, well, we have everything else on your list. The fact that we do not have a drivetrain is not our problem.
Yeah, buddy.
Now.
That does mean, though, that, like...
Thank you, Osis, for subscribing for 10 months. 8 months. Hot damn.
It does mean, though, that, we'll take more whiskey instead.
Whole bottle, I think, right? If we have to go down to
That's right.
Hog Deep.
I mean, we're going to have to risk our own lives to get this drivetrain because you just can't handle it.
How bad do you want those batteries filled?
I think that is I feel like the battery exchange for half a bottle of whiskey is a separate deal from this drivetrain, but I could be convinced to spare, let's say this. If you are able to retrieve the drivetrain and bring proof that you have eliminated the most feral of the hogs, the one that they call Hogferatu.
Oh no!
There it is.
There it is.
There it is!
Hogferatu.
Hogferatu.
I would gladly give you 2 bottles of the Bai whiskey.
Well, that sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
I mean...
You got rear parts down there? We'll take those too. But...
Okay, well...
Can it be? After all these years, Hogferatu!
Hogman, is that you?
Me, I want somebody who's knowledgeable in history to roll me a history check.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, I know. Fucking crap. Fucking Hogferatu. Basically writes itself.
This whole streaming thing was a mistake.
Well, you let me back.
Shut it down.
I don't know. You're dismissed.
18.
18. So, so the area that they're describing, the blighted lands in Dresden, you know what that... No one really understands the technology of the people who came before. It was essentially magic for all intents and purposes. You know that this area called Dresden was home to a factory that was made of immense power. Basically, they could harness the power of the sun. But unfortunately, once the incident occurred, all of the magics that powered that place leaked out and have blighted the lands around them. It's called the old people called it radiation. And so you've heard stories that the radiation has caused the pigs there. Somehow they just kind of lap it up, and has caused them to grow bigger and stronger. And the largest of the ones that you've heard is this fabled Hogferatu. But you guys always thought that it's a story that the mothers tell their children so that they eat their soybean oil before they go to bed.
Eat their soybean oil. That's a phrase you just said.
Helps with the digestion, All
right, old man.
A spoonful of bacon helps the soybean oil.
It's pure protein.
Go down.
It's pure protein. So healthy.
It's the song Mary Sue Porkins.
Super
All right, old man, calm
healthy.
calm that shit down.
Just slide
Hog
right down.
Ferratu. Hog
Hog
Ferratu's a myth.
No. It only makes sense now.
And then you see Early say, Hog Ferratu might be in myth, but the tales that we hear down there are concerning. The hogs are growing more fierce than normal, and
Probably just some crazy guy in a hog suit. It's fine.
I've heard stories of the Hog Man.
Sounds familiar.
He's the he's the hero that we don't deserve, but that we need.
Nobody asked for.
What, Hog Ferratu?
Yeah, well, who else could face down Hog Ferratu but the Hog Man himself? You gotta fight hogs with feral hogs.
Just two grown
Is
men
what
in
I'm
hog
saying.
suits duking it out. Yep,
Going at it.
that's who wouldn't need that?
So it's
Hogman is truly a remarkable hero.
and then
Yep. Sure
he-
sounds like he's here now.
he says, yes. Says
I've always,
Vance.
he's always been a hero of mine.
Yes,
He could be any of us.
You could. Yes.
It's definitely me.
Two grown men in
We're
hog
all the
suits,
Hog Man.
just
Deep
being
inside our
pals.
hearts.
So he says, so
This is turning into furry fanfic very quickly.
very
Yeah.
quickly. Well, my tail, the curled tail.
The squealers.
Get us all oiled up in bacon grease.
Wow.
So,
if they're
Julie-
hogs, though, is that not
so,
cool? That's
let's
not
see.
cool.
So we have a deal. So
I'm just
you
gonna
will.
move myself up in human fat. That's exactly what the equivalent is there.
Yes,
It's disgusting.
it's not weird at all. Lean
Yes,
and
it is.
What's the deal?
So, the mundane items we can exchange one for one. We have a long-standing relationship. Half a bottle goes to your mechanist here. She's able to fill the tank of my car, and another bottle and a half for in exchange for bringing proof death of this fabled Hog Ferratu, and you can keep the drive shaft if you are able to acquire it.
I mean, we will keep the drive shaft if we acquire it,
We need
Of
that.
course.
because we will have acquired it.
Indeed. Yes, though it isn't. Well, yes.
Anyway,
But the bottle and a half of the Bai whiskey for proof of Hog Ferratu's demise.
okay.
How late in the day is it?
It is actually nighttime. So
Oh,
it
perfect.
is, I would say it'd probably be about 10 p.m. at night.
You got a place for us to stay tonight? Throw it out there in there and she'll charge up her batteries. Or...
I mean, I'll just sleep in the fucking truck if we don't.
There's plenty of fine sleeping quarters here in the Amazon for you to stay. We have very competitive rates.
Yeah,
Yeah,
competitive
no.
rate is free. I'm gonna go kill Hog for
That is the competitive rate. You know what? I'm sure it's okay if we just, take a look around, mingle a bit.
Of course, the Amazon is a beacon of light here
I'm
in
already
this.
leaving.
Amazon.
And then you can hear oh, it's very nice to meet you, says Beulah.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Have a great evening. Don't get any syphilis. As you walk out.
Too late.
So
Wow.
you make your way back, and
I
now
am
once you've been in
growling
the
for
air
somebody to
conditioning,
bunk with.
you step out. Yes, you step out, and the humidity and the warmth and the smoke of this warehouse kind of like are oppressive on you now after having spent several minutes in the incensed air conditioned room of Beulah and Vance.
I'd like to go to whatever passes for a bar here.
Okay. Yeah, you very quickly find one. You can hear some raucous laughter inside as people are having a good time. Let me find.
Can I just say as I'm walking that way, I'm like, I'm going to a bar. I'm gonna find some place to stay. You can come or not, but
Yeah,
that's where I'm going.
We still have more work to do tonight.
You're on your own with wherever you're sleeping, though. I'm
Criminals.
not into that.
Criminals everywhere.
Okay, great. Thanks for sharing.
Shadows have only begun to coalesce around this town.
Oh my god.
They need to be saved.
All right.
I'll save this town.
Because I couldn't save my parents.
So you guys are at the entrance of the bar.
I'm gonna climb. Yeah, I'm gonna climb. I'm gonna find around till I can climb on top of this bar, like a fire escape or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my
Sure.
God.
Then I'm gonna put on my hog suit in the shadows.
You see Trace wander off to do whatever Trace does. Whenever you guys are
Find us right in the morning.
you climbing, just kind of climbing up. You think like stealthily, but like into basically the rafters of this warehouse. Bringing yourself up on top of the
I'm
bar.
gonna put on my hog suit.
Okay. As well, we'll do what you're doing first, and then what does Hogman do?
I wait in the shadows. Look for criminals.
Okay.
I
wait.
listen for the call of the helpless.
You're gonna keep it.
Yes!
I know. Okay, so Hogman is looking for crime, looking for criminals.
Yeah, in the rafters.
In the rafters, waiting. Roll me a perception check.
I'm really good at this.
And in the meantime, Val, you're trying to get jiggy with it, as the kids call it today.
Listen. If she's saying let's get jiggy with it, she's too young for me. First of all.
Okay.
Or too old.
Or too old. I mean, it's one or the other.
One, two. Dun-nut.
No.
Get jiggy with it.
No.
11. I actually have a bonus to perception.
Roll me a... okay, so excellent. So you're listening for crime, and as you observe, you can see actually that that the Amazon is actually pretty safe. There's plenty of guards walking around, identifiable by their Amazon uniforms. You hear what at first you think is to be screams of fear, but it's actually just the whorehouse. Yeah, smelling for it. Val, after roll me a communication check.
You know, if there's someone that I can impress by, like, topping off their fuel or some shit,
Sure,
that
yeah.
also works for me. Oh, no.
Here it comes.
Oh, no.
I'm ready for this.
Oh, no. 8.
Oh, God.
I hear a woman in distress.
I was waiting for it.
So in the bar, you come upon a woman of more proximate your age, and as you approach her, from the side profile, she's got long brown hair. You come up to her and you sidle in next to her, and she takes a long drag off of her cigarette and says,
Hey, honey. You new to the Amazon?
I am.
she
A little rough
looks
around
at
the
you.
edges.
I haven't seen you here before.
I'm not sure you see me now.
Her name was Old Nellie. She could do things with her one good arm that would make you forget about that thing on her neck.
You hear shouted from the roof.
I hear a woman in distress. She's like, calling out for help. She's like, you looking for a good time?
Still looking.
Huh? You're not going to find any better than Old Nellie here in the Amazon. That's what they say. Don't let the Gorder fool you. Get plenty of iodine.
Plenty of iodine.
What is this? I don't know. Zeke, what are you doing?
Probably just drinking in the bar. Watching this whole
Listen.
clusterfuck go down.
Listen, we're the best Green Ronins,
Yeah.
God.
I will say,
Taking my quote.
with that, we are going to fade to black, and you guys are going to eventually find a place to have a long rest.
Yeah,
And-
not with Nelly.
And we are going to take a quick break.
Cool.
Is there anything specifically that we need to do about this giveaway?
Yes, we need to activate
Yes.
the giveaway.
Okay.
So we need to choose a keyword, but we're going to choose that quietly so people don't start typing it in before it's ready.
Okay.
I think we all decided
I
it would
think we
be-
all know what it is.
Yeah. So, which one of you is doing
I
it?
think
it
we
right?
need.
Is it ready?
If I remember the keyword, because
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Write it down
Yeah.
or something.
Sure.
Joe Carricker's like, yikes.
Alright.
The last time we streamed.
Why isn't it?
There
Okay,
you
but why
go.
isn't it
Strap
Hog
is open.
Baratu though?
Okay,
Oh,
so
I could have made it hard.
So go ahead.
we have a raffle by our friends at Green Ronin. And what are we giving away today, Matt?
So we're giving away 2 things. It's a code. You're gonna get. It's a code for PDFs of. So there's gonna be 2 things. One of them is the Modern Age Companion, and the other is the 3-fold setting, which is a specialized campaign setting for Modern Age. So I guess we're gonna pick 2 winners.
Yeah, we're gonna pick 2 winners.
So we're gonna pick 2 winners, and these supplements will help you run your own Modern Age game. You can find the quick start rules online for free just by they call it, I think, like Green Ronin quick, Modern Age quick start rules.
Yep.
Just type in !Hogs in the chat to enter. You have to be following the channel in order to.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yes.
you got to be following channel in order to win. So be sure to click that follow button if you haven't already. !Hogs. We'll pick 2 winners, and I'll email you the code whenever I get home and stuff. Well, I'll message you the code whenever I get home and stuff.
Yeah.
So
So we're going to take a quick break. Don't forget to enter the raffle, and then we will see if our group of intrepid adventurers are able to take on the mythical Hog Faratu.
are people being populated? Are we good?
Yeah, no, I got 3 people popular on
Awesome.
the list so far.
!Hogs!
Thank you guys.
It's our
We're
first giveaway.
having
I
a hog of a
this.
time.
This is great.
Hog.
We'll be
Thank
back in
you, Green
about
Ronin, again.
15 minutes. Thanks, guys. And we are back. Oh man, look at that hair. Look at that hair.
All right, Brian Lee Foster, calm down.
Look how just
Calm down, Matthew.
I'm gonna center myself here. All right, welcome back. We have enjoyed our little intermission. Yeah. I appreciate everyone who entered the raffle. I think that we are going to announce the winners now.
Give people 5 more seconds.
Oh yeah.
So
if
you have 5 seconds to type exclamation
5.
point hogs.
4,
exclamation point Hogs.
3 Hog Faratu. 2 Hog Faratu. 1 Hog Faratu.
Oink, oink, oink.
Here we go. I hope this works.
Oh,
One of the raffle items.
And second code goes to
Well, so I think Matthew will be getting all up in
Yep.
your DMs or
That's right.
whatever it is in order to give you
Codes
guys
works.
those codes. But
You
yeah.
on that?
And thank you very much to our friends over at Green Ronin for providing those codes. That is really awesome.
We have 2 more things to give away on behalf of Green Ronin, but we're going to do that at a different avenue, different time.
That's right.
Excellent. So I will say it is the next morning. You guys have woken up from your restful sleep alone or with partner if you managed to gather one. I will say that Hogman successfully kept the Amazon free of all crime, real or imagined. And you guys are basically gathering up. You've been given a weathered old map, and it tells you how to get to Dresden from here. It is a little bit of a ways, so you'll need to take the truck, and then after a ways, you'll probably want to get out. So
Cool.
I wander out
Perfect.
to find my group eating my breakfast pizza.
I'm probably out at the car, just polishing her up and checking the engine, getting her ready to go.
she is purring like a feral hog.
hog.
Feral hog.
Perfect.
Yep. And you can see blinking at the bright light comes out Val munching on some hog pizza. Hog
Pretty
sausage.
sure it's corn crust or some shit.
Corn crust with hog sausage and bacon.
There it is.
There it is.
Because this is how we live now.
Pork sausage and bacon is actually very
The
good.
tomato
It's
sauce
actually
is just
very
hog.
It's very good.
It's only lightly irradiated.
That's right.
True. It's true.
It's okay because I turned that radiation into magic, so it's fine.
As you guys are kind of loading up into the truck, Early comes out. You can see his muscular form as he comes up.
That's a bit early out.
He just looks at you. Never heard that one before.
Really? That's surprising. But
He's a little late on the uptake.
Is that
These
another early?
God,
Oh.
how many times do I have to explain this?
I was just going to give you this before you head out. He hands you, looks to be a strange device. It's one of those early world techs that you don't understand. He's like, you push that button there, and it we call it a clicker. And it makes these clicks, and it tells you when you're near too much of that radiation. So just don't hang out near it too much unless you want a third eye or to be able to, be casting them spells or maybe turn into a feral.
Could I
hog
grow
or
it right here? My third eye.
Maybe that seems like it would be a pretty unusual
Yeah, I'd like to
place
see
for
shit
third-
coming from behind me.
Oh.
That'd be
I
great.
mean,
Just if I could have that third
If
eye
you,
right
if
back
you
here.
wanted to see shit
That does
coming
seem
from
helpful.
behind you, I'd probably put it lower on the back if I were you.
You know.
And it's like, well, just press that button and that clicker will start going crazy when you're near that radiation. Just don't stay too close to it, yeah? Now,
Perfect.
if you have any questions, he kind of glances over at Trace. He's like, got that radio, you can turn into channel 7.
Channel 7. I mean, Channel 7.
The radio is like a very large, all metal cased, like transistor kind of thing that that Val is able to keep going with her magics.
I'm a communications expert.
Alrighty.
Yeah, something like that.
So, there's nothing else?
no, I don't think so.
Gotta get to
Y'all's
work.
got anything?
You know what they say, early bird gets the worm.
You eat worms early?
As he's walking
You're not
away.
a bird.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe if you hang around enough radiation, you can grow wings.
So, you guys
Oh my god, he's not strong.
pile into the truck and start driving south, following the map. And now, whoever is reading the map, could you make me an intelligence check, please, to read this infernal contraption?
I'm gonna read this shit in my sleep.
I will let my apprentice read the map.
Yep, real great. 11.
Okay. Honestly, it takes a little bit. At first, you kind of take a right before you get onto the road, but then you realize, oh wait, that's to the left. It's harder to navigate via these old maps because
I'm not paying enough attention because I'm busy eating my pizza.
well, that and the maps showed that they used to have like these large numbers and letters written all over the roads, and they must have faded over time. But luckily, some of these sign things still hang here. So you're heading south on what is 50. It's road number 55.
Is it a Cracker Barrel map?
Yes.
God.
Yes, it is.
Where's the nearest Cracker Barrel?
It is 3 freedom units along 55 to the south.
Screw this hog ferocity thing. Let's go to Cracker Barrel.
They're all closed.
I'm hungry.
There might be one. And
I worked up
Dresden.
a hell of an appetite.
It's a vestige of a world we no longer inhabit. The time we no longer get to visit. In a home we lost.
Your hogman showing again.
What?
Not even aware of it. Oh God. All right. Sorry, that tickled my funny bone. Okay.
I mean, it's an alternate identity, all right.
To Dresden.
So we're just headed down. We got the trade done, and we're just going to be finding the whatever flux capacitor train driver.
Okay, drivetrain.
Okay.
Down in Dresden.
Right. And then we got to keep an eye out for Hog Ferratu.
We certainly do.
Okay.
Or he's going to keep an eye out on us.
Okay.
All right.
We'll just grow a third eye and keep an eye out on him. That's Then I can sleep and keep an eye out.
Yeah, I was thinking, since your magic comes from radiation, every time you cast a spell, do you think you're growing tumors inside you?
I can only hope.
Okay, just a thought.
Bring me closer to sweet release of death.
I'm pretty sure we're heading in that direction.
Yeah. So the radio is going, and this is the tune that's playing over it. You don't know
It's the one
This is
song.
the one
It's the
song.
one song. There's a radio station around here that is running on solar power
And
somehow.
no one knows where it is.
Right,
I
and
bet-
it plays
No one
this
can
one
find it.
song over and over
Yikes.
again.
I put these headphones in that I found at one point that do a good job of canceling out other noise. On this weird metal box, the rectangle thing, that only had one list of things uploaded to it. It's some weird I think they used to call them podcasts, and it's all called this. I don't know. It's called The Ghost in the Machine.
Right.
It's the only thing that I have to listen to.
Sounds like pure trash.
How
Yeah.
many episodes are there?
There are 53 episodes on it.
You think there'd be more in the future? Thousands.
Well, I mean,
Unless the hog apocalypse comes before we ever get to record more.
that's right.
Oh god. What was that sound?
Solar flares were just wiped out. Goodbye, friends. You guys are actually making pretty good time. So the road number 55, there's been a fair amount of traffic on it in the years after the incident. So most of the cars have been kind of winched over to the side. Now you do have to watch for large potholes and areas where the road has been blown out, but the large off-road tires of the truck manage it pretty handily. You drive, I would say, about 10 freedom units or so south on 55, and then you start to come to certain junctures.
Thanks for the sub.
Thank you.
Oh,
Who
you
was
missed
it?
that?
Troy Team Sarah.
Nice. Thank you very much for the sub.
Oh,
Troy
thank
Team
you,
Sarah.
Troy Team Sarah.
We are just having some hogalicious fun. You guys are driving south on the 55, and you come
Called the
to
fives back in the day.
this an interchange, and you can see where there's a big sign that says 80. And from the map, you know that you're supposed to take this.
This is the border between the deep south and the north.
You pass the thing,
Oh
and
my
it says
god, I need to go
Manuka.
back.
Manuka.
And the clicker on the dashboard just starts to kind of.
Closer to death.
You can see a
We're
little
getting
needle on it
close.
flicking a little bit.
Is that a Geiger counter?
A what?
It's a clicker.
I mean,
I know what it is.
Who's bigger?
I get flashes sometimes words enter my mind.
Words enter my mind.
It's like I'm being
The old
piloted.
times.
It's like I'm being piloted by someone else. You're in love with a ghost! God.
I am that ghost. You're not my type.
I'm sorry, headphone users.
Oh yeah. This is why I can't be near the mic.
Matt has literally been shouting into the mic all night.
I should drag it closer.
Listen, I
Yes.
kept me away from the
Hey,
mic.
no one said rip ears in chat. Oh,
ASMR stream. Hey, CrimeNet just gifted
Woo.
one sub.
Thank
Hey,
you.
All Max D20 just got a free
Awesome.
sub. Thank you so much.
Enjoy your new sub, Max. Thank you. Thank
like
you,
a-
Crabnet.
So,
It's like I'm standing above myself and I can see myself
like I'm being piloted by someone who's not even there.
sounds like a pro.
You know what they call that? Existential dread.
I'm
It
not
creeps
sure.
up on you.
I don't know what that word
You
means.
gotta watch it.
Glorious. Eventually, you guys come to a final
The
final
famous
exit.
fourth wall being broken down. That's what I hear.
Exactly. As you drive past, some of these places that that stand out in myth and legend from the time before the incident. Places like Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's, Wendy's, and 7-Eleven. But eventually, you
They
guys.
say that the big gulps used to rain from the sky on the high feast day.
They're a massive size
I've
of
heard
car
that
tire.
Exactly.
Yeah, 6 people drink out of them at once.
Fresh donuts were given to every citizen every morning.
Was there anything else to that story?
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Reminds me of a saying.
Should have killed me when you had the chance, Charles.
Trey seems to be coming down from some kind of high.
The PTSD.
The PTSD was shouting. And you've now
Boy,
gotten
howdy.
into a road that is labeled number 6. And ahead of you, you can see a sign. And for those of you that can read, it says Dresden Generating Station ahead. And you can hear the...
It's generating. It's generating Dresden. It's generating the town.
Sounds about right.
So
And as you draw closer, static overcomes the radio.
I start like swerving the car to like try to like hone in
Yeah.
on the clicks.
yeah.
Yeah. You can
It's a
see
really good idea.
as you draw closer, you can see like the thick cloud cover starting to form. Kind of, I wouldn't say on the horizon, but it's essentially on the horizon. And you can see these large, imposing. What would you call the shape? It's kind of like an upside down cylinder or funnel, kind of like an upside down funnel that ends. You can see them against the horizon, and you can see a dark cloud cover forming above it.
So it's
And
a
as
funnel
you
or an
come-
inverse funnel?
It's an inverse funnel.
Okay.
So it's like it comes up kind of like this. Like it's a very large structure, hundreds of feet tall.
Why is Dresden Mordor so dark and foreboding?
It's the nuclear power plant that Illinois has in Dresden, Illinois.
Oh, really?
Yeah. As you draw closer, the on the clicker on the front of the dashboard is increasing, and you come up to what appears to be a chain link fence with razor wire across the front of it, and there is a long empty guard station standing at the gate.
Do I see a guard?
Roll a perception check.
Or should I say more accurately, what do I see? I'm actually good at perception. I was wrong earlier when I said a +0.
Yeah.
Does it look like
I
the
stunted!
fence?
17.
17. So you look through the fogged glass of the guard station, and sitting inside, you can see the desiccated corpse of a person long dead, wearing a what appears to be like a hat with a little symbol on the front of it.
I'm gonna start putting on my Hogman suit.
Okay.
So the gate that's there, is it like one of those like single bar wooden gates? Is it like
No, there's an actual metal gate.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
So I can just ram it with the car.
No. Hogvaratu's already claimed this domain for his own.
If only we had a grown man in a hog
I'll
suit
say,
to combat it.
Hogman, as you're putting it on, you actually do notice that the corpse has what appears to be a sidearm on its belt through the glass. You can see.
I don't use guns.
You can see it through the glass.
But I will reclaim this gun in this man's honor.
So you go to
This
the
is a
guard
gun?
shack and open it up. So you open it and you can smell like the air that wafts out. It oddly kind of smells like cinnamon or whatever. It's like the sickly smell, like this cloying scent from the rot long gone. Hey, can everyone confirm the stream stuff? All right, it was giving me a spinny thing just a second ago.
So, do you have your Streamlabs OBS up?
I do.
So down here, are we having any issues? Any red boxes, drop frames, anything like that?
No, just 0.07.
Then we're good.
Strange. Alrighty. You do wrangle the pistol from his belt, and it seems to be very similar to the pistol that you actually carry. You think the ammo would be interchangeable.
This is garbage. I don't use guns because I don't kill.
What? How do pistols work? I mean, what's the damage?
You roll your accuracy.
I know it's
Your
accuracy.
other sheet has the damage for a pistol written on it.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't have it on it?
I'm just fucking with you. Oh, it actually doesn't.
That's
2d6 plus 4.
2d6. 2d6 plus 2 plus your perception modifier.
Accuracy or perception?
Perception. That's the damage roll.
Thank you.
2d6 plus 2 plus perception.
So it is +4. And then +0 to attack. Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. All right.
If I look in the guard shack, do I see any buttons or anything that I can hit to get this gate right open?
Yeah, you look around and you do see that there is a button that says open.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
I hit it.
Nothing happens.
All right. I'm gonna trace the wires, see if anything's broken along the way.
Sure. Yeah. So you trace them. They lead into a conduit underground, but as you do, like there's a light switch and you flip it, and the station doesn't seem to be getting any power.
Well, if we only had some sort of person who can generate power.
But we don't.
Yes.
We lost her in the war.
The
The
Hogs
first
guy.
30 to 50 feral hogs.
She's not here anymore. Sometimes I still feel like she is.
Haunting you.
Ah!
So Val.
Haunt you forever.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you sparker fingers. We need some juice up in this
I will
thing.
channel her magic that
You
she
mean to
taught me.
feel something?
Put my hands out.
I'll channel her magic that she taught me.
What
As if she's-
exactly am I fueling?
Basically, it's the battery for this guard shack. You're just trying to open the gate.
As if she's still here.
Actually, it's the little emergency generator. Oh no! It's like Ghost.
Oh, my life.
Okay.
My darling.
I cast fuel.
All right.
Oh, I can feel the power come through me.
What is this anymore? Says Almax D20.
This is Dice Priori one
All
shot.
right, Alexis, roll your power and give yourself a +1
Thank you.
because you're using
Help.
you're using Hog as a focus.
Yes.
Hogman as a focus.
This is just like the last modern age.
It's great.
It's going well. Doing really great.
I
think we're
handily
doing really
beat the target number,
Okay.
so we're good. It works.
All right. So yeah, you are able to actually. I misspoke when I said a battery. It's just an old generator, but you fill the gas tank. So you see a single spark emit from her finger, and you can just see at the top of what was a bone dry tank. Oh yeah, your finger. At the top of the bone dry tank, all of a sudden you can see like clear, pure floating gasoline.
She's still with me. Even now.
I'm never going to fucking leave you alone.
I didn't.
All right. Now Zeke, she's got the generator filled, but now you'll probably need to get it started. The carburetor's probably pretty gummed up from having.
Yeah, just clean it up.
Yeah, roll me an intelligence tinkerer check. You have your tools with you.
Just 5 full power points.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
12.
Are there exploration stunts in this game? I can't remember. I think there are.
Yeah, it's just
And then
too much.
How much do I have for my Tinker's tools? Just is.
It's just your whole check. You have the
Said
tools
10.
necessary to. Yeah, man.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak for Chase here.
Just add. Just say you succeed.
12.
Welcome to my world.
12.
12.
Okay. You're messing around with the thing, and you eventually from your bag you pull out a thing of the elixir known as WD-40, and you spray a little bit in your mouth just to freshen up a little bit, and you spray a little bit.
Is that the last little taste?
And then you give that pull start a pull, and then
Keeps me going, keeps my machines going.
the loud motor comes on of the generator, and you can see the light click on in the guard shack, and you see that button that you pressed earlier, the green button, now has a dull illumination. Pop! You hit it, and then and the large metal gate starts to draw itself open and stops. And you
Perfect.
can see in the distance these buildings and these large, foreboding looking concrete, what you would think to be smokestacks.
Zeke, I am worried about your mental health, my man. You just squirted WD-40 in your mouth.
Says the person dressed as a hog.
What do you mean?
Alright, back in the car.
Okay.
Has Twitch taken down this stream yet?
That's what I want to know.
Soon.
There's
They're
something
working
in
on
here.
it.
The color text on their thing is different, and they keep they're talking about moderation. And stuff,
Admin badge.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I told them to go fuck themselves.
Perfect.
So,
Back in the car.
Yep.
Gonna hide in the back seat.
Are you gonna hide in the back seat?
Yeah.
Roll me a dexterity check, stealth.
I'm getting real low.
Good lord! And there is no back seat, by the way. There's just the area behind the seats.
Did you say 5?
Wait, 6. Sorry.
So as you kind of wedge yourself into this area behind the seat, your ass is pressed up against the back window, like your bare ass, and the white is reflecting off the light.
Once in the mountains of Nepal, I stood still for 3 days to avoid detection by a polar bear.
Okay, so as the truck lurches into movement and your ass presses against the cold glass, you guys are driving closer and moving on to this large foreboding structure. Eventually, after I would say several minutes of travel, are you guys keeping a lookout for anything? Are you driving slowly, quickly? How are you approaching the building? Okay.
The
I'm not
clicking gets
driving out
faster.
here.
Head towards it.
All right. So you kind of got a straightaway, and there's actually really no. There's some overgrowth and whatnot here, but there's really no wreckage to speak of on the road. So you're able to basically open up the engine and give it a lot of movement. And this black smoke is pouring from the stack as the hog fat burns in the combustion engine, and you guys close in on this large old structure. You come up to what appears to be they would call them parking lots. It was where all their cars and stuff would congregate. You can see it's just full of vehicles left over from the time before the incident.
The incident.
You guys are now at a structure, and you can see caution, authorized personnel only, Dresden generating station.
I think they used to call this a paved paradise.
Mm-hmm.
Paved paradise. You put up a parking lot. Sorry, I just get flashes every now and then.
His stealth check of fire from the backseat.
Oh, yeah.
See it? That's exactly it. Your bare ass against the window.
Why is it bare? Because they're hog chaps. They're hockey pants. Yeah, yep. There it is, actually.
Take me now, hog friend.
Ooh, I mean...
All right, as you guys pull up and kill the engine of the truck, when it backfires, and all you hear is the foreboding silence of the thing clicking.
So creepy.
And you can see the needle is up in this yellow area.
It's not great.
Will you quit singing? I'm trying to enjoy the silence.
Take me down to the paradise city.
Oh my god.
The grass is green and the hogs are pretty.
Oh my god.
Well,
Oh, won't you please take me home?
I'm sorry for all of you headphone users. We're really
All the
sorry.
people who believed in me as a storyteller. The 1,000+ people who follow me on Twitter. This is what you support, and you made a choice. You chose wrong.
Oh my god. Drunk hellbilly impression.
I'm completely sober, by the way.
So, I
The
will
only
say,
person in
roll
this
me
room hasn't
perception
had
checks,
any
guys.
alcohol.
Huh?
Roll me perception checks, guys.
I'm really good. Oh, actually, I actually am good at this.
Yeah.
You stunted.
I stunted.
You have 2 step points.
They don't apply.
What is everyone's total perception?
60.
12. Hey.
9.
9.
16?
I will say,
16.
so with the 16 first and with the 12, you can hear kind of over the click of the clicker on your dashboard. You can hear a like a deep, like grunting sound coming
They're
from
here.
around the way, and from around the edge of a smaller outbuilding, you see a trio of hogs, one of which stands about 8 feet at the shoulder. You can see, like, from its skin protrudes these, like, weird sharp protrusions, and, like, it's got a double set of tusks. Its eyes actually glow like a deep red, and you can see 2 smaller man-sized hogs on either side of it. You can see it look over, and then it starts to charge.
How did it see me?
Starts to charge towards the truck. I want everyone to roll me initiative.
It's impossible.
Here we go.
I'm a master of the shadows.
Wow. Well,
Oh, wait, I
6,
already
a
rolled.
5, and a
That's
4. That's fun.
This is dexterity based.
Yeah.
And you can stunt on this one, right?
Correct.
Yeah, you can.
You can stunt on anything your heart desires, Rob.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm gonna seize the initiative again because I got 5 on my stunt dice.
Very nice.
I was once married.
Alrighty.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
15 to 20.
16.
16.
What did I get?
I don't know. How do you math?
I don't know either.
You got in the same range, right? No, you didn't. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Alright, 10 to 15.
14, but I'll stunt to seize.
Seize? Okay.
What am I gonna do?
Matt, what'd you get?
10. No, hold on. Yeah, 11. Sorry.
Okay.
I can do math.
Alright, Zeke, you're up first. You see a trio of hogs coming around the bend of this large thing. This large hog kind of in the center leading this flying V coming towards you. Their feet are throwing up dirt as they, clods of dirt and soil as they come running at you. The thing is almost as tall as the truck as it's running towards you.
Get some! I floor it.
You guys said you had stopped and turned off the engine. I'm sorry, I described that
Oh,
earlier.
sorry, I missed that.
It's okay. What are you gonna do?
Alright, I will jump out of the truck and I will pull out my AR and start taking shots at him.
You know, and I don't want to stop your phone. You're in the truck, so if you want to be. Yeah, if you want to ram it, you can actually.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, get some. That's more interesting. I didn't mean to lead with no. You just turn the engine back on. Black smoke bellows out of the truck with your minor action, and you throw it into gear.
Activate as a minor action.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. I activate as a minor action,
Exactly.
and then I floor it.
There you go. Perfect. All right, you've
This
gun it
answers
towards
my
it,
question
and
of
the
how
thing
far away are we?
lowers its truck. You are about
Right up next
500
to
yards
me.
away from this thing, like quite a ways away, but it is running at you. So you gun the truck and you start pushing it through its gears. I'm gonna say, because you're just trying to gun it, make me a dexterity drive check, because you're really trying to like accelerate this thing quickly.
Perfect. So I stunted again with 2 6s.
What's the driving
12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Excellent. And what are you going to do as a general stunt? General combat stunt.
So I only have 2 points. So I will
Knock
double
prone.
team.
No,
yeah.
knock it prone.
No, yeah. Knock
Knock
prone.
prone because you're hitting it with the car.
Hit it with the car and knock it prone.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So you basically, like, the back tires on this truck, all the torque spin, and you can hear the gravel fly as you start gunning it towards this massive feral hog. You make your drive check and you ram into it. So you need to. The truck is considered a very fast vehicle, so that's 3d6, and then you roll 2d6 for the running. So you roll 5d6 damage to this thing.
Holy shit.
Oh yes.
+2
+2.
for cinematic.
Yeah.
Oh god.
18.
18 points of damage. So let me find the
I
dire.
stunted on that one.
Let me find
2
the
6s and 2
dire
ones.
hog.
Stun on damage. I'm gonna kill you people. Can't stun on damage.
Got toughness.
Can we
So
clarify for people at home
How
what
much
the
damage?
cinematic is for?
the
Cinematic bonuses about?
Cinematic basically changes like the tempo of the. It makes it less deadly and less gritty. There are I think 3 settings, like tempo. What is it? Or cinematic.
There's gritty. There's
cinematic, and then like
cinematic is the least difficult.
Yeah.
It is gritty, pulpy.
Yeah.
Is the middle.
Yeah.
Pulpy. But we are on gritty right now.
That's a good
we're on cinematic.
Sorry, cinematic. We're on gritty.
As like the car like slows down, the hogs get larger.
So how much damage did you do?
18.
18 points of damage.
Pretty.
So you slam into this
So
hog,
pretty.
and the truck takes almost an equal amount of damage, not quite. And you can see you can hear a crunch as it slams into the hog, and you can feel it give. The truck slows considerably as the hog digs in. It is still alive, and you can see its hoofs digging furrows into the ground.
It took
Oh,
18
no.
points of damage.
Yeah, but you knock it prone, so it goes flying and it hits the ground. You can see this thing is almost as large as the truck.
Okay, it is prone.
It is prone. Next up in the initiative is Val.
Oh. Alright, so how far away are we from this and the other hogs?
So you are within 5 yards of the dire hog that's on the ground, and the 2 regular feral hogs are, I would say, 8 yards away. So.
But I don't know the safety of this car.
Not gonna be safe for much longer.
Huh?
Just fucking pull out the assault rifle, aim, and shoot.
I mean, I could do that. I was
Sprays
trying to
it
find
on,
a way to
the
light
side
everything
view
on
here.
fire.
Do what you gotta do. Not a complicated system.
Right. So 8 yards away are
Yes.
the other hogs.
The
And
2 hogs
5 yards away is the other one.
is the dire hog, dire
Okay.
boar on the ground.
So with an 8-yard burst of fire and a 2-yard wide,
You
could
could
I
get-
get 2?
You could get the feral hog and one of the dire hog and one of the feral hogs.
I will do that.
Alrighty.
Take a big long swig of whiskey first. Nope, now stop. Damn.
Just hungry for it.
But I meet my target number, so it works. So they have to make dexterity tests. Acrobatics. Is it not able to do it very well because it's prone?
I'll give it a minus 2.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hogs are going to be very acrobatic.
It's going hog wild on the floor.
That's right. That's right.
That got to a 12. With
Okay.
a minus 2.
It misses by 1.
Awesome.
Nice.
So the dire hog on the ground
Got it.
gets lit up, and then the other hog fails it too.
Cool. Okay. They will take 5 points of damage.
5 points. of damage.
Fire damage.
You can smell the burning hair on the dire hog on the ground as you light it aflame. The other hog is also lit up, but it is still alive as well.
And then I will use my minor action to aim at the big old guy.
Okay.
How hurt does it look?
You would say it's bleeding. Yeah, it's bleeding. You can see blood coming from its ears. It seems to be a little shaken from what happened, and now you just lit it up.
Alright. I'll aim at it.
Alrighty, that is Val's turn. Next up in the initiative order would be okay. From the grounds you can see 6 of those smaller hoglets that you guys were fighting. But you can see that something seems to be wrong with them. They're covered with these large pustules and boils and stuff. They've lost all their fur, and they don't seem to have any eyes, but their ears are much larger, and you can see them running towards the truck.
Oh god, are they like Banelands?
I should have waited on the fire.
Oh no.
No.
So you can see a few of them run up, and you know what? They just have enough movement to get up to the truck with a double move and all that. But you can now see outside, kind of running around the truck are these blind, naked, mole rat looking hoglets. That is the hoglets' turn. Barrel hog's turn. The 2. So one of them is on 5. Is that a continuous effect or is it single damage?
Single damage.
Single damage,
Yeah.
it looks like.
Alright.
It's whatever you want it
Because
to
it was
be.
lasting.
So
Right, it's whatever you want it to be.
the one that you lit on fire is going to try to jump up and slam its face through the door. I'm going to give you a +1 to your defense from cover because it's trying to jump up.
That's good. That's real good, though.
That would be 12 minus 1, 11.
Misses by 1.
So The thing comes up
because
and you...
of cover.
Nice.
Perfect. So the feral hog jumps up and like you pull yourself back and you can see the door frame bashes in as this thing slams into the door and shakes the truck. You can feel it rock to the side. And it's outside the truck, but you do not take any damage. It is right outside. You can feel like the heat waving coming off of this thing. The other feral hog that you burnt on fire is going to attempt the opposite side against, I guess it would be Zeke. And Zeke is on the driver's side. I'm going to give you the same cover bonus.
Okay.
Oh, it's baby and back.
This one is actually going to miss even worse. So it comes up and it just starts going to town, and you can see it rips off the that step that you have to get into the truck, and it throws it with the turn of its muscular
Just
neck.
fix that.
That is the feral hog's turn. They can't really get to you guys inside the truck, luckily. Next up is the dire hog's turn. You're last in initiative. The
I'm
dire
gonna seize
hog-
initiative.
The dire hog brings itself to its feet. As it stands up, you can see its head is like even height with the cab of the truck, and it is just going to rear back and try to like slam its face through the front of the
Oh
cab.
no! It's a big boy.
Big boy.
It's a big
You
boy.
guys both have
Big
cover,
boy
but
seasons tomorrow.
Yep.
that is a 13 to hit. I'm guessing that would hit both of you guys, or it's going to reduce the damage though because it's attacking both of you.
Both of us. Yay.
You guys both take 8 points of damage.
Okay.
So the thing slams its face through, and the windshield that in the front, the bullet-ridden windshield, comes coming in. And you know that scene in Jurassic Park where like the T-Rex is there, like the glass is pressed against you, and you can see this thing trying to force its head. You can see the blood smearing on the glass in front of you as the feral hog, this dire hog, is putting its head through the glass.
Remember your toughness.
Yep. Remember
I did.
your toughness.
I did.
Oh, yep.
Yep. Alrighty. At the end, now it is Hogman's turn.
I'm gonna climb up to the top of the car.
Okay. Bit
Yeah.
of action. You got up there and you can see the
It's my
feral hog.
minor.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna be like, run the top rope.
Gonna the chair.
Gonna elbow drop the one that got hit by fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going for the feral hog on the driver.
Yep.
On the.
I
passenger
didn't
side.
stunt.
You didn't stunt. Okay, thank you, Matthew.
16 to hit.
We all need to
16
know.
to hit. That hits.
That's a 6.
14 points of damage.
14. Woo,
The
doggy.
one that got hit by fire. I'm just like, Macho Man Randy Savage.
You bring your elbow down on the back of its neck. You hear a sickening crack, and the thing immediately goes limp below you. Like you continue your momentum and land on it, and it feels like landing like on a wet bag filled with jelly meat.
Oh, you meant baby.
Yep. You've put one of them to
Baby
sleep.
and back.
It's sleeping.
All right.
It's my turn.
Sure. Back up to the top of the initiative. Zeke, you had
Phone's dying.
you had seized initiative.
All right. I will. If that thing is like right up on the top,
Like its face is in the windshield
Yeah.
in front of you.
I will
Tusks pointing through the glass.
probably pull out the handgun. and just
Sure.
Shoot.
Alrighty.
You have a cable with you?
No, I forgot to charge it.
Ooh, that might not hit. 12.
12. The thing is large and actually not very difficult to hit. Its face is right in front of you.
Nice.
Yeah. Roll me your damage.
It'll be 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Whew. It is not looking great, but it is still alive. You like start firing your gun through the glass of the now just destroyed windshield, and you can like see like the bullets kind of like sinking into its skull, but you can like hear the dull thump as it's hitting like the bone and meat underneath it. It is still alive.
As a minor, can I throw it into reverse
Yeah,
and hit the gas to move back?
sure. Yeah. So you put the truck into reverse and the thing rolls, and you can see its head extracts and the glass windshield extracts with it stuck on its tusks as it pulls away, and you can see like it looking there kind of surprised as you guys start to drive off. All right.
So
yeah,
as we're
the clicker is gone now.
as we're flooring
you
it backwards.
and as you're flooring it backwards, Val, it is your turn.
I had aimed last turn, so I'd like to just unload at its face.
All right, with your AR-15.
Did you just shoot my direction with your eyes closed?
I saw it. Man. Your eyes are closed.
Ooh. Okay. I get a +1 for aiming, and
That's
it was
Accuracy.
accuracy. That's right. So it's a total of 13.
That hits the big guy.
Yeah.
All right. So I get to roll
Roll that beautiful beam footage.
2d6, right?
Yes.
But it's plus whatever.
10.
10 points of damage. As you unload your machine gun into this thing's face, it goes down.
Yeah.
It tries to, so it takes like a couple of lurching steps towards you, more holes appearing in this windshield trapped on its face, and it just hits the ground with a rivulet. You can see one of the feral hogs is down, one of the Beulah itself, and several of the pulsating naked ones near it.
I just want to say I really like how the pacing of combat works in this system.
Yeah,
it's a lot of
it's
fun.
really nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
Pretty cool. All
So,
right.
killing that, I'm like, that's got to count for like 30 regular hogs, right? 30 to 50?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Approximately.
Approximately 30 to 50 feral hogs.
Well, I'm ballparking it, but yes.
Well, yeah.
Throw it up
Anyway,
in the back of the truck.
I am
off-road.
going to go shotgun a monster, and I chase that with whiskey.
Shotgun a monster. Roll me a d6 and add your con modifier. If you have the stamina focus, you get to add +2.
I rolled a 5. And then you said what?
Your con.
+1, so that's 6.
There you go.
And I don't have a focus.
There you go.
So
There you go.
I get
6
6 back.
Nice.
Hey, Comrade Troy just followed us.
Oh,
Comrade.
thanks, Con. That's
Hey.
Troy from Green Ronin.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wonderful man got us all hooked up today with everything, and they're just great.
It's been awesome. All right. So after machine gunning down this dire hog, you can see. You know what flavor of monster you're drinking?
I just grabbed the closest one to
It's
me.
like-
Is it red or purple?
It's the white can. It's the purple one.
No, I said it isn't red or purple.
Oh, you crack open the white can, which is kind of like the black and green one, but not quite as good.
I don't-
And you the effervescence.
Listen, I'm trying not to taste any of it, and I'm chasing it with a lot of whiskey.
You can taste the soybean oil.
You can take
Yeah, great.
Alrighty. You see these.
So much whiskey to chase.
You see these
Soy
these pulsating naked squeakers start trying to they start to run at the truck. Squealers. Yeah.
Wait,
Squealers.
that's not the part that I had an issue with.
Pulsating naked squealers. They're furless. They don't have eyes.
None of that part of that description is good.
Yeah, none of it is good.
They don't have fur.
Thanks, I hate it.
It's like a naked bull, right? Yeah. They're
Yeah,
covered with
we've
pulsating
all
tumors.
been there. We all went to college. We all
Yeah.
know what it's like.
to
Naked
Boy,
squealers,
howdy.
naked
pulsating,
squealers.
naked squealers.
You can see them running up. One of them runs up underneath the hood of the truck, and you hear a dull thud as it detonates underneath the
Oh,
truck.
they are ganglings!
Oh no!
The truck takes some damage. So you you feel it, and the truck you can feel the drivetrain of the truck is a little bit looser now. Like the steering wheel's getting
Now
loose.
need two
Another one is going to run up
drivetrains.
at the side of the truck. Okay, and you can there's a blast valve from your side, and you can feel the heat. The wave of heat rolling off of the thing, and you can see that door that had been heavily damaged by the feral hog before goes flying off, and now your door is completely gone.
We're walking back.
The squeaker. Those were the two that were closest to you, but you can see 4 more of them are trying to run at you guys.
Shoot those things from range.
All right,
Kill
that
all
was
of you for this.
that was the squeaker's turn. It is now
Squeaker, he said it again.
Squealer. Squealer. It is now the one remaining feral hog's turn. It is going to run at the truck, and I would say it was attacking the driver's side door, so it is going to attempt to do the same thing. You get a +1 from cover. These things are fast,
Yeah.
and you're in reverse. That'll be a 14 to hit.
Yep.
All right.
13 with cover.
Remember your toughness.
I'll need it.
You take 8 points of damage.
Yep.
Don't neglect your monster.
Yeah.
You guys started with a 12-pack.
I'd say I'd remember you.
Yeah, I've
but
used
I
two- I've
really
used
don't
two.
want to.
So the thing goes running up, and you can see it like running like in the last 5 yards. It lifts up onto its hind legs and just drives its full face through the side of the door, crumpling it and hitting Zeke as he tries to drive
Oh,
away.
my legs. Hands.
My leg hands. Hogman.
Must protect Zeke, my one last living friend. I lost Val.
I wouldn't go as far as friend, but
Damn.
acquaintance.
Dark.
Wow.
My one true friend,
Wow.
Zeke.
He
For
at
the-
least knew that I hated him.
For Val was lost in the Hog War.
I didn't stunt.
Thank you for letting me know that, Matt.
I did not stunt, people at home. 11. 14. No. 15. No, 14. I can do this.
Which one is it, Matthew?
Well,
It really
I have a
matters.
3. Okay.
This is where Emma shows up and says, I'm
Here's
gay,
what I
can't do
understand.
math.
I have a 3 in fighting, and my attack roll says 3, but I have a specialization in brawling.
You have to add it though.
Okay, so it doesn't auto count.
Yeah, 'cause it's
okay.
like-
So whatever I did, yeah. So fuck me, 16 total.
16. Yep. So you managed to, as the truck started to pull away after you had like pile drive that one hog on the outside, like you grabbed the side of it and you were like dragging alongside of it. The feral hog comes up and you like go for its legs.
I'm punching it. 11 points of damage.
You leave my friend alone.
Good lord. So you start like just you start gut punching this thing, and you can hear every time you do it, and you can see blood come out of its mouth. It's still up, and it is very hurt.
I'm gonna use my minor action to aim.
All right, sure.
Oh, I
Aim
got.
your fist.
That's your
Hey,
turn.
it says melee or range. All right, that's it. That's the whole kit and caboodle kitten.
All
I'm
right.
just imagining you doing
Hogman,
this.
just to set the scene, you are on the outside of the vehicle.
Correct.
Basically, kind of like skidding along the grass
Yeah.
as you gut punch this thing that's attached itself to the driver's side door. You're doing great.
Yep.
I love it.
I'm defending my friends.
Back up to the
doing
top of the
great.
initiative. Zeke.
My
All
one
right,
friend.
I'm gonna crush a monster.
Yeah.
Just hitting it.
Not great.
Plus con, or whatever.
Yeah, not great.
What flavor did you drink?
We'll go with the black can with the red text, the ultra black or whatever.
Ultra black.
The
Give
chair.
yourself since you're doing the ultra black. Give yourself an extra 2 hit points.
Perfect.
Those were the rare ones. Those are hard
Yeah,
to
they're
find.
good.
We only got one of those in the 12 pack.
Well, maybe. You know, it's a variety pack, and you guys
Yeah.
have to look at it.
So lucky.
So lucky.
All right, then I will start shooting at the
At the one that.
the ones that explode.
Oh God!
From
Yeah.
range.
Not
Not the
the-
one he's in melee with.
Okay. Sure. So you had no windshield now, so they're easy
Correct.
to aim at.
I have no door.
All right, I
Great.
stunted
I hate
Cool.
this.
for
I need
for
my
one
door back.
one stun point.
All right.
So 10, 11, 13.
In which
You
stunt
hear
are you gonna?
He's
That
stunted.
hits.
He's stunted, you hear.
I heard him.
Stunted. Did you hear? Hey,
Stunted.
Matt.
See, I love it. The two things I love about playing with you two is when you declare that you didn't stunt, and you declare that you stunted when in fact you actually did not.
And then they.
But I stunted,
it's
though.
basically
Like
like
quibbling.
Schrodinger stunt, you know.
But I stunted though, man.
I'm gonna use 1 point to duck and weave.
Okay. Giving yourself +1 to your defense.
Yep.
All right. So you hit the squealer and.
I'm gonna stunt vicariously through Rob right now.
Stunted on my damage too.
Oh,
I,
boy.
I hate you.
I'm gonna kill everyone.
12.
So, 12 points of damage?
Yes.
You line up the shot like as you are steering the truck, and the thing just detonates, taking out one next to it.
Nice.
You have 2 of those squealers left to deal with.
It detonated another one too.
Yes,
So they both detonate.
because there were 2 next to each other, and they detonated. All right.
Nice.
Your minions.
He did a lot of damage to it too for its health. All right, Zeke, Val, it's your turn.
So there's 2 of these things left.
2 of these things, and then there's a feral hog hanging from the driver's side door, like his mouth right next to Zeke as he's firing. But this is fine.
I'm interposed between these two.
Like,
I'm riding the door in front of Zeke, and Zeke's crooked around the other side.
the feral hogs just pile onto this truck.
Really feel like what I need to do in this situation is aim at the feral hog that's right next to Zeke.
You should.
And shoot it with my AR.
Your eyes closed.
Don't roll. What?
I didn't.
Did you stun?
I did not
Oh,
stun.
thanks for telling me.
I swear to
I
God.
really wanted to know.
Swear to
That was
God.
really.
I will kill someone.
12.
12? Is that
I
with
think
the
that
aim?
was right? Wait, with the what?
With your aiming?
Yeah, +1 to aim, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, actually 12 hits. Yeah, I remember
Okay.
the big one, the big guy. They're not hard to hit.
Alright.
Ferals are 12.
Ferals are 12. Yeah, you hit. Roll your damage. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Okay. 14.
14. Oh my god. So
Plus 7.
yeah. Bam! The brains of this thing. Yeah, full auto.
Right, that's
like,
right,
and you
that's
just
right.
see a spray of brain matter,
Just holding
bone,
with like
and
the
meat
one
goes flying
arm.
out.
I'm shooting whiskey. I'm shooting with my offhand.
Right next
Like,
to
I'm
Zeke's
just like
face.
this, and you've got like the AR resting on my arm.
Yes.
I really
Like
do.
side mouth
That's
is
right.
Sideways over his shoulder.
Like, just
Yeah.
bracing it.
With my offhand. With my offhand. And with my main hand, I'm chugging whiskey.
In the background.
Oh god. As the sparrow hogs.
This is peak Val.
As
Lighting
the,
shit on fire.
This is like Borderlands.
This is like
This is-
Borderlands.
yes.
I'm so happy with what's happening right now. As the sparrow hog's corpse goes flying out, you can see it goes tumbling. It rolls over those two remaining squealers, and they detonate, causing the meat of it to go flying, and chunks start to rain down on the truck as it goes. The windshield gone, the door gone, the steering wheel like wobbly. Yeah, and you can hear in the distance the clicker clicking.
Thank you, Comrade Troy, for the gifted sub.
Thank you,
Awesome.
Robert.
Thank you. Who got the gift?
The
The Nickness.
Awesome.
Our Aussie buddy, the Nickness, just got a
And
gifted
Troy just
sub.
subscribed.
Oh, is that Nick?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Nick.
Thank you, Troy.
Thanks.
If we have one more subscriber, we'll be at 25 subs.
We just need one more sub for another
One
remote.
more sub.
Oh
for
my
the
god, we were
remote.
so close a couple weeks
And
ago.
what we're gonna do a giveaway?
We're gonna, yeah, we.
I mean, hey, we'll organize it after the fact.
We just hit 25 subscribers. What the
Hogman grabs both of the ARs and it's just like,
This
I
is
don't use
awesome.
guns. These are guns.
Thank you so much.
Who's
Thank
the
you.
25?
I don't know how we've been.
Comrade Troy.
We had
yeah,
been.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Thank
Because
you.
it just
Oh.
takes
Comrade
time
Troy,
to
it took
update.
time.
Oh.
This is the best.
Oh.
We've been clawing at 25 for
Yeah,
so
We
long.
really have, we like sat at 24 for a while.
That's awesome. That is so great. And Simon just gifted
another
one.
one.
The
Oh my
And who
god!
got the gift?
Jake Carrier.
Ah, hey, Joe.
That's awesome.
This is so
We're having a
great.
great time. So the truck kind of brings itself to a stop, and you can hear the clicker off in the distance. A silence kind of falls on the clearing here as you deal with your hogpocalypse.
That's right.
Let's get back up here and get some music going. Alrighty,
Thank you, Miwa, for gifting that sub.
that was awesome.
Thank you, Comrade
It was
Troy, for
all
your
awesome.
sub and for gifting a sub.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
All the gifting lately has been like, oh.
Gifting is a great feature that Twitch added.
I love it.
Gifting is the best thing to happen to Twitch since we created Dice Priori.
Correct. Correct.
Exactly. Okay, so you guys are now at the Dresden power station. You have defeated a dire hog. You've heard of these things before. You've never encountered one, but you don't think that is the mythic hog Ferratu that you have heard of.
I gotta know. What was the main hog called before Joseph Carricker wrote Hog Ferratu?
Hog Ferratu. You'll never know.
Come on!
You'll find out.
All right.
Hogzilla. Was what it
I mean, that's still good.
That is good, but I had to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you guys need to find the drivetrain.
I got 2 drivetrains. This one's all busted up now.
More like the steering linkage. The hog was called Tim, says on Max D20. Alright, and if you think that there was going to be a drivetrain anywhere, it'd probably be within the facility.
We have to find the drivetrain. And I think that if it's going to be anywhere, it's going to be in the facility.
Sounds right. Can I go find the clicker if I listen closely?
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
Boo.
Can I help him?
Sure.
I'm helping you!
You're +1.
13, 14.
Yeah, so you backtrack where you guys had gone. You come to the hulking pile of the dire hog that you guys killed, and kind of stuck in like a tuft of its matted neck fur is the clicker. It got stuck on it as its head came out the windshield.
There it is.
You kind of with a wet thing you extracted from the fold. You can still feel the heat radiating off of this dire hog, and you can see the bony protrusions.
Good as new.
Alrighty, what are you guys gonna do?
So if we have to go in the facility, we probably can't drink the car.
We should make sure that we're ready for like a speedy getaway if we need that.
Mm-hmm.
So any repairs we need to make on this thing now, we should probably try to do.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. I've got a great idea, in fact, and I'm going to need your strength, Hog Man.
While you're doing that, I'm just going to load up these little hogs into the back of it.
Can you tear the tusks
quotas.
off that dire hog so I can attach them to the front of the truck?
You have my strength!
Alright.
And you have my axe!
Doesn't even have an axe.
I don't think you have an axe.
He's
Okay, then.
Thank you.
Alright.
I'll go rip the tusks off of my enemies.
Alright, make me a strength check.
Just like the beasts killed my parents
Yep.
and my friend Val.
No one cares!
Oh, hey, I did really well.
But did you
17
stunt?
or 18.
Oh
I
my
did actually.
God.
Hey, I stunted!
Keep the initiative! Compromise their footing!
So Hogman walks over and he's saying all these crazy things that he normally says, and Val's like, "Shut the hell!" And he just rips the horns off this thing, and a geyser of red, like bright red blood goes flying as he rips it out of this hog.
I Shawshank Redemption this shit.
I
I don't know what he says when he gets out of the shithole, but I say it.
That exactly.
Great job!
He does say something, doesn't he?
Biscuit Willie!
Ooh,
Oh
great
God.
job. We're doing
All right.
so great.
Okay, so you now have successfully ripped the horns off. Okay, are you gonna try to fix the truck?
I will.
All right, roll me a strength check.
Please don't.
Please don't tell anyone how we are.
Don't tell anyone how we live.
A 10.
Please
Ten?
play a character
I
that's
stunted
not
with
disruptive.
2-1.
Sure thing.
Okay, you have identified the source of the problem.
Compromise your
The
brain.
linkage on the steering has been damaged by one of the exploding hogs. You could probably jury-rig it with a better roll. It's not going to really impede the speed of the truck, but it might make it a little bit handle a little bit less.
Doing great.
Like it handle less well.
That's fine. As long as I can attach these tusks onto the front of it.
Sure. Do you guys want to attach the tusks to the front of the truck?
I will.
Good use of time, right? You're in this irradiated wasteland. the Geiger counter's still in the yellow.
While we're in this irradiated wasteland, do I feel like I'm regaining any of my strength? My mechanist strength?
Unfortunately,
Since we have not actually dealt with Hog Ferratu yet.
We just had a long rest.
Listen, fueling costs 5 points.
you know, if you look up, actually, if you search in the monster thing, you do find there's the mythic. What would it be? It's the pink can. Actually, it's the one where they started trying to put coffee in it. If you drink one of those, you think that you'll get back some power.
Aren't the
points.
Java monsters brown?
There was a mythic one. They sold it at like a pink concert.
Wow, you really know your monster lore, don't
Wow.
Monster
We are
lore.
getting deep with the monster
Monster
lore.
lore
you? Can't
drops
believe
here,
you
people.
buried him.
Listen, we all make mistakes.
Why aren't you
So-
wearing your white sunglasses right
You
now?
do have that. If you want to drink it, you can roll me a d6 and you get that many power points back.
We're
Yep,
way
I'm
past
doing that.
Jerry.
So as
Oh,
with
shoot.
Probably drink a monster.
God
two
damn.
two power points left.
Did I add anything? Like my occultism?
Roll
The
me.
digging, the begging, I can't. I would have killed you a long time ago.
You know, I do let you
I'm being a
add
shit.
your-
I'm being a shit.
add your willpower.
My willpower?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was just
I
being a
want you
shit.
guys to succeed.
Why? I don't think that at all when I'm in that chair.
Because it's more fun for me. Seeing my friends enjoy themselves.
Oh God.
Alright, I'm ready to go
Strange.
load now.
All right, so just as you feel this power suffusing through you, just savoring the taste of the Java, the
There
pink
it is.
Java monster,
Yep,
with
there
a
it
little of the hint of strawberry. You see Zeke finishes duct taping these horns to the front of the truck, giving you guys a little bit more ramming damage.
I'm so glad we're all using our time wisely.
Yep.
Oh, yeah?
As the
I'm glad
clicker
I'm good.
just continues to click away there in the yellow.
I'm a survey my work and chug a monster.
Oh god.
Good thing I'm already a
All right.
ghost.
Yep.
The ghost in the machine.
The radiation can't do anything to me.
See, I like how the show's not on and I'm wearing
Yeah,
a shirt.
correct.
It's like, you know.
I must say, the radiation can't do anything to me. Can't take anything from me. These hogs.
Haven't already taken.
It's like I can still hear her voice
Okay, good.
when I close my eyes.
So, you guys are confident that the truck is ready, and you see a door with some black and yellow stripes on it.
I will destroy you.
Now I will destroy you.
Gotta represent him. All right, what are you guys gonna do?
I have no useful skills. I can literally brawl and grapple. What are you doing, Zeke?
You can grapple that door.
Oh wait, no, I have perception.
There's a door.
Jesus.
There's a door with yellow and black stripes on it that I described.
But I did see it.
You did
Grapple
see
that
it.
door.
That
open.
active listening.
I'm opening.
No.
I'm bit.
I pull out my AR.
Daddy's busy.
Okay. So you're gonna try to grapple the door open?
I'm gonna open it.
Make me a strength check.
Yeah.
Maybe you can stun.
I stunned it.
Make a stun.
Oh, I actually did.
You did stun. How much was the
Hey, if this leads to combat, I'm seizing the initiative. A million. 12, 14,
is pretty
18.
You just fucking move the door. You rip it off.
Yeah.
Yes. So you just see him rip it from his hinges. Like you can see his fingers denting into the metal of the door. as
I
he,
gave him that
moves to the
power.
side. You gave him that power.
I did.
The radiation.
I'm the
getting
one
to
who
you.
said, I will
Um,
destroy you, which he channeled into the doors.
That's right, and I'm like, I will destroy
Yep,
you.
That's exactly what happened.
Rip the door
I
off.
gave him that power.
You can see into a narrow concrete hallway, and beyond the light that suffuses in is just pitch blackness.
I
I'm
trained him.
going to use... we need some light.
Yeah, it's a bit dark in there. I can't see in the dark. Hogman, can you see in the dark? Is that one of your powers?
Yes.
I very easily, very lazily, swig with the whiskey, and at the same time just kind of flick my wrist, and just this ball of light shows up.
I will then open my eyes for meditation and say,
I've unlocked the sight beyond sight. I can see as if a
Look,
ball
it's
of
centered
light
on
were
me.
floating in the room.
It's actually centered on me, so I'm glowing like a ghost.
I can. My spirit guides me. I can see as if this room were lit by this ghost.
Excellent. You guys are standing at the end of a hallway. You can see up ahead of you is a T intersection, left or right. To the left, you can see reactor room. To the right, you can see pump room.
So
Yeah,
that spell illuminates, Jesus,
Right,
illuminates 10 yards around me.
I can see as if the light illuminates 10 yards.
So what are you guys gonna do?
Pump room's probably got our drivetrain.
That's why I thought exactly that the pump room probably has our drivetrain.
You would have repeated anything he just said.
It's true.
It's true.
All right. No, I head towards the pump room.
I also head towards the pump room. Using my deductive reasoning. Because I'm a detective.
You're the greatest detective.
As you guys enter, you continue to walk down a series of hallways, and are you guys moving with any kind of stealth, or are you guys going to?
Oh, yeah.
Are you guys moving with stealth?
God.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining
Alright, you're rolling stealth checks.
Hog Man
Dexterity
clinging to the
stealth.
walls
Dexterity stealth.
and then somersaulting
I
through.
was trained in the darkness. Molded by it.
11.
I'm not
Hello?
attempting to stealth at all because I'm glowing.
13.
I'm just walking through, sipping my whiskey. I'm glowing. I
there's
don't care.
noise.
Huh?
Okay, there is noise versus sight. And you
Fine,
saw a bunch
I'll
of
try to
flames.
be quiet, but like
Just let me know.
honestly,
You can move silently rather than hide.
I just want you to
Third
know I
edition.
stunted.
I'm going to say,
Oh, 13.
I was born in the darkness. Molded by it.
As I stealth along. 13.
13? What was yours?
13.
11.
11. Alright, you guys are making your way down the hallway, and as you pass one of the closed doors, from underneath the frame, you can hear and you can see these little snouts like poking under the door. You can see the hairs emitting from like the ends of their nostrils. And you can see like their tongues like darting out and like lapping at the water that's on the bottom of the floor. They don't seem to really notice you, but you guys are kind of scraping by. The light just kind of lazily falling behind Val, illuminating her. You continue down the hallway slowly, and you come to a pair of locked doors.
Open the door.
So they nod to each other, knowing like a well-oiled, well-greased machine.
I'll open the door.
I'm gonna just fucking rip it off his hinges.
He wants me to.
Oh, yeah.
14.
Okay,
So-
but did you stunt?
I did actually.
Do you want to do this silently?
Yeah, yes.
So I'll just say that you're like you just force it, and there's the barest crack of the metal. Years of fatigue have weakened it, and you are able to get this one door open of the two. You slowly pushed open on these hinges that haven't moved for years, and it does not quite squeak as you push it open. You can just squeeze your body through. You find yourselves in a large room with multiple from the deep shadows that are being cast by Val's magics. You can see a series of gantries with grated metal across above you where people could walk. And you can see these large forms on either side. They're kind of rectangular shapes, some kind of ancient machinery. You're not really familiar with what it was or what its function is, but you can see a sign that says "Danger, High Voltage." You can roll me an intelligence check. Just straight intelligence.
Take a look
Tinkering
at
wouldn't
See what happens
fly.
out of it. 13.
13. You're looking around, and those appear to be the pumps. What you know about machinery is pumps something like this would need some kind of electric generator. Its purpose to be continuing to run the water if there's power lost.
Oh my god.
As you guys move closer, you can hear the clicking of the clicker in your pocket, like just kind of steadily going as you traverse through
Because
the darkness.
if the pumps were off in a nuclear power plant, there'd be no coolant rushing to the core, which would lead to a category, a categorical meltdown. We're in Chernobyl. We're in an event 70 times worse than Chernobyl. We're dead.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
You know,
It would take 30,000 years for this place to de-irradiate.
but luckily you're not in the core.
Yeah, that's
You're-
true.
you're
That's true.
like-
That's true.
And you know, the 3 people who went down to the pump room in Chernobyl actually lived like full lives.
That's great.
Yeah, just ridden with tumors.
Great.
So you've identified what you think to be the generator on this. That you would probably have something like a drivetrain, but you've never worked on one of these before. you don't have any kind of schematics for or anything to really identify its constituent parts. You can make me a tinkering check, or if any of you guys have any abilities or skills that could help them.
That's brawling.
Yeah.
Grappling. Does that help?
Yeah.
Well, that was almost max.
Hell yeah. Did you stunt?
I did stun
Oh, hey.
with a 6 on my stunt dice.
So great that that's wasted. Wasted.
Actually,
I'm just kidding. No, but really.
20.
degrees. Wow.
Where's
So
the music?
it's just really, really dim. You can turn it up.
Not unlike myself.
I mean, you said it.
No, I think
Are you
it's
sure?
off.
I don't think it's playing.
Sometimes if a track will get unlooped,
Oh,
you have
that's
to
son of a
loop
bitch.
each
Yeah.
track.
Got it.
It's not the default setting. Shuffle, I think, is or
Oh boy.
yeah.
Yeah, this is the sound as you guys are wandering through the
Yeah.
ancient nuclear power plant.
It's terrible.
Great.
Truly terrifying.
All right.
Great.
Actually, with a 20, you don't need a schematic to understand how these work. Zeke might not know a lot, but Zeke knows machines.
He certainly does.
And what was the number on your stunt dice when you rolled it?
A 6.
A 6? Okay.
665.
6 is great. It is going to take you roughly 6 minutes to extract the drivetrain from this thing without damaging it.
Easy enough.
I would say after about a minute or two, you guys can hear from down the hall.
I'm gonna hide.
All right, roll me a dexterity stealth check.
Listen, it's not the best.
I was trained by Hog Al Ghul himself.
7.
7. Okay. Where are you gonna hide in the room roughly? There's the door that you came in, and that's where the sound seems to be echoing from.
Assuming I failed, I'm gonna hide behind the door.
It's an opposed check. Okay. Val, what are you doing?
Would it help if I were to use my schematic feature to help speed this process up
It
with
would
him?
dramatically speed it up. You'd be able to tell him where basically any part of it is. Yeah.
Alright, that's what I'll do. I'll just kind of like watch after watching him for like a minute.
Got a
Say-
handle on it.
Yeah, you're doing great, but can we like speed this up? And I'll just
Precision
kind of
takes
look-
time.
I'll just kind of look at it, and I will speak a few words and gesture with my hands, and just you see this illuminated schematic. Like you see the whole mechanism that you're working on,
Mhm.
and then you see it splay
Like a
out,
breakout.
and it looks
Nice.
exactly how it is, not like how it would be if it's fixed, but exactly the way that it is right now. All splayed out, and I can turn it, and
Well, that's quite helpful.
Yeah.
And then that was going to drastically reduce the amount of time that it takes. You can basically see every set screw, every bolt that you need to remove
Nice.
now.
make
And
sure I actually,
three-dimensional
yeah, I
detail.
successfully cast that. It's way,
All right.
way more
So,
than the target
Val,
number.
you have this. And what color is your magic when it's glowing?
I mean, if whiskey had a color,
Amber.
yeah.
Amber is the color of your energy.
That's right. That's right.
Whoa!
Amber is the color of my energy.
So you can see this thing
Also,
hanging
the
up.
name of the woman I'm seeing back in the airport.
Glorious. So you can see it floating in the air. As
You know when I care to.
bot in the chat. And so as she is focusing on it, roll the check.
Exterminate the bot!
Right.
So, Hogman, you're hiding behind the door, and you can see out of the corner right there. And from beyond the plane of the door, you can see two
Oh, you got it.
stalks met with like these weird cup things on it, and like feelers coming from.
I leave. I leave the game.
At first one
None for me.
One comes around the door and one turns left and one turns right, and you can see like the head of this just meaty hog face come through. It's got these like large weeping sores on it, just dripping onto the ground as it like pokes its head in and it starts to look around the room. It doesn't seem to have noticed you, and you're right next to it.
Okay, this is me the whole time.
Listen, you married him first.
That's true.
You can see like it takes like one hesitant step into the room, and then you can see like where these normally hooves would be are just like soft like feet as it like walks on this concrete floor, padding into the room.
Does it seem to be like just keeping going?
It's poking its head into the room where you guys are at, like, and where they're working over in the corner, like behind the generator.
But they're still working.
They're still working.
Can I shut the door behind it? No, right? Because
It would shut it in the room with you if you did. Like its head is like in the door in the room. It hasn't seemed to notice anyone yet. You could let it pass if you think it might like stop and move. It just seems to be checking out the room right now. It'd be like if a monster.
I understand. I'm just trying to assess. Well, I'm an idiot, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to just wait.
Okay.
Good aim.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim.
Yep. Zeke, I would say can you make me a dexterity check?
14.
And I would say add +1 because she's been helping.
15.
So you, with like a final like turn of the set screw, the large mechanism of the drivetrain comes loose and it does smoothly and quietly, without a noise, essentially. You can see on the diagram, floating schematic diagram before you, it is now not part of the machine anymore. Next to you, Trace, you can see this abomination turns its little feelers, looks around the room, and it seems to be satisfied that nothing is there, and it starts to walk back into the hallway from which it came.
Lick.
The door is closed. You have the drivetrain that you need.
Perfect.
All right.
Alright, we got it.
Alright, let's GTFO.
Well, if we want to get that whiskey.
We have to stop
God.
Hogapalooza.
That's right. We should stop Hogapalooza.
We have to stop. What the fuck is
Hogfaratu.
the Hogfaratu.
Hogfaratu.
My character's bleeding into my brain.
Yep.
Hogfaratu. We have to do what's right.
So, you can see from the gantries above, there's a no longer illuminated sign that says, that does say exit. That the light is spilling over from her spell. If you wanted to find your way out. You could also backtrack the way that creature, the abomination, went, where you saw that the reactor room was.
I mean, listen, it's 10:31.
There's no
Because
harm.
we've been spending so much time with whatever this is.
Alright. No harm in going.
We have to go. We're not ready to face Hogfaratu. We have to come back
Yeah,
when we're ready
I think so.
to face down Hogfaratu. In a sequel!
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a second episode
Yep.
of the adventures of the Hog Dunkers.
The fuck are you on about?
We're being watched.
By me.
I'm being watched. Zeke,
Alright. I think he's at his limit. We need to...
we're the Hog Dunkers, by the way.
The
we
Hog
will
Dunkers?
paint it on the side
Troy
of the
from
truck.
Green Ronin gave me that. He's like, are you guys going hog donking? He said.
The Hog Dunkers.
We're the Hog Dunkers. We must now.
Why?
We need to go find other people to help us take on.
Here it is. Here's the setup, folks.
We need to go find others. We're not ready to take on Hogfaratu.
No.
We have to go find others. And assemble the Hog Dunker League.
So you guys are leaving then?
Yes.
Okay. So you make your
towards
way.
the
You make
Right,
your
that's
way
right.
up the gantry, and the door that is labeled as exit is not locked. You open it, and you see another dark hallway, and you can see another sign towards the end, just at the very edge of her light, that says exit and has an arrow pointing to the right.
Wait a minute.
Oh boy.
I have these.
Oh boy.
Pop the explosives.
What? Excuse me.
They're rigged to blow.
The music.
What if we turned it on? Blew this whole thing sky high.
I like blowing shit up.
I'm okay with this. This sounds good.
Here you go.
Wait, do we need hang on. it would be better if we had like some kind of container of fuel there with it, right? Can I find something to fuel?
You did see outside the building some very large fuel tanks for the generators.
I have a question. If she finds a nuclear fuel rod,
Oh! Oh no!
We'd probably be dead and
create
probably
fuel.
touch it.
And then you guys would
It's like a magic wand.
you guys would promptly be killed, but yeah.
Right. Science and all.
Hey, Em, she just threw 10 bits.
Thank
Aw.
Does that go towards the golf fund?
Yeah, I'm counting everything, all the bits towards the golf fund.
Great.
Just so all of you at home right now know, we have an ongoing bit goal, and when it's reached on a stream of Alexis Attempts Art, I'm going to give Chase a goth makeover. So,
Okay.
So
Emma just contributed to that.
let's find some fuel.
All right.
Do it.
All right.
So you guys continue down the hallway, I would say,
Night, Emma.
if you're making your way to the exit. Coming to the right, you can see yet another long hallway with a series of closed doors, and at the very end, you can see a door that says exit, and it's got one of those like, push bars on it. As you push it open, the rusted hinges squeaking.
Wait, don't you have
WD-40.
There it is.
One for me, one for you. One for me, one for you.
No!
Yikes.
The worst.
So you spray the WD-40 onto the hinge. Seemingly good effect. You guys are outside the building now. You can see your truck off to the distance. You're coming out kind of like another face of the building. The fuel tanks are kind of around the right. I would say about 50 yards away.
Let's load him up.
Did he just make a lubrication roll?
He did.
Yeah.
He lit it
God.
up.
Good God.
Oh, it was an opposed check.
Let's load him up
All
and
right.
blow the whole place sky high.
So I'll see if I can set the explosives on a timer
Okay.
for 2 minutes. No,
Oh.
10 minutes.
I've been carrying those around in my backpack, next to a ham sandwich and a half-drinking monster.
She
Drinking.
drank the rest of it.
No, it's half.
Perfect.
Wow.
I love how no one's even
Wow.
questioning why he has explosives with him.
Nope. Not this
I
one.
mean, it kind of just makes sense.
You know, he doesn't kill, but he does carry explosives.
The thing, these explosives don't actually, they don't actually have a timer. It's more like a long wick.
Oh
Can
no.
I jury rig a timer?
It used to be
You
long.
could actually have the jury rig
I
still.
do.
It used to be longer, but I chewed some of it off.
Yes. Roll me a tinkerer check with the tools that you have available.
You have something against Wick?
John.
John Wick?
Can I help him?
It didn't.
Can we trust him?
13.
John Wick, can we trust him?
You actually, so you start rifling around in your bag, and you remember something. So you pull, you're able to using like, they call it like redneck know-how. Comrade
Thank
Troy
you.
just get 500 bits.
Golf Dunker!
God, Dunker.
And thank you, Joseph Carricker, for following. That's awesome.
Thank
That
you.
was wonderful. God.
We hope you enjoy what we've done to your game. So they're like, great, thanks.
Also, apparently we're doing a sequel.
Yep. The hugging. So you actually are able to rig up something using one of those like little squeeze things that you use to light a butane torch, and a kitchen egg timer with some duct tape.
Perfect.
You don't know how it works, but you believe it's going to work, and it is
It'll
going to work.
I call these explosives the clean slate.
So,
My
I'm
one.
sorry. I've been a little distracted of all of this.
Hold
And
on.
I'm putting fuel into one of these tanks, right?
Yeah, you're next to a very large tank, like it is the size of your truck.
I easily fill it.
Oh my gosh! So you can just hear like
Powerful sorcerer.
you can just hear like boom, like there's a sudden jolt, and you can see some leaks coming out from this thing as the fuel tank is just full.
Not great.
Like this thing is filled with hundreds of gallons of diesel fuel. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I call these explosives.
Yeah, to the usual level when it is completely fueled or
Nice.
recharged.
The clean slate. My one last chance to wipe away the wrongs of my past.
Alright, we
The
should.
clean slate!
The timer is running, so we should.
So you hear, and then as the egg timer starts to count down.
It's so clean, I'm alive again.
So what are you doing, Zeke?
I'm heading for the
Slate.
truck.
It's clean.
It's not yet. Not until every one of these hogs is dead.
They're
This
all
whole
dead.
site.
You know what? We're never gonna get out of the blast radius. Let's go. It's only gonna be about 1,000 times more powerful than the blast that took out Hiroshima. I hope that's an 8-hour timer.
I think it's more like 5 minutes.
Just don't look at the explosion.
We're gonna barely get out of the freaking flashback. Vaporize our fucking shadows on the door. On the ground.
So you guys are about fucking booking it to the truck. You hop in. I'm guessing it's typical.
Hogduckers to electric hogaloo.
Oh no.
Exploding boogaloo. Okay, so you guys hop into the truck, and you can hear from like all from different areas of the woods and stuff around. You can hear the because you guys are making a lot of noise as you come sprinting to the truck. You kick it up, and you can see the dark plumes of smoke pouring out of the smokestacks as you start to hit the gears and gearing, crashing the gears. You're like, fuck, what did we just do? It seemed like a good idea at the time. As you turn the truck around, as you turn the truck around, you basically burn out.
This is sci-fi fantasy.
This is
whatever
sci-fi
the hell,
fantasy.
so.
You can see movement in the trees all along the edges as these pigs come moving around.
I'm gonna
You
get
see
on
them
on the top of the roof
Yeah.
and tie myself to it, and with both ARs, just
Yes!
fire at every approaching with one AR in one hand. You got 2 ARs, just one AR, and just fire at all the feral hogs that are coming
Oh
after
my
us.
god.
This is a gun!
This is a gun. Finally using a gun. And there's a song on here called "Bad Ideas." That one's fun. Here, let me play this.
Hogduckers to electric hogaloo.
Yep.
Oh no.
And then hog donking to exploding boogaloo is what Troy said.
So, I need everyone to roll me initiative. This will be fun.
That
Yeah. I'm sorry, people at home.
I'm very sorry. Oh, fuck, I seize initiative and...
15.
Yeah. And I duck and weave.
11?
15.
And you're first. So, so you're first, and so the truck is now gaining speed. You can hear like it's deep as he is pressing it for all it's worth. Black smoke is pouring out the smokestacks. You've gotten up on top and you've tied yourself down with some leather rawhide, and you have an AR-15 in both hands. You took Zeke's, and you are now trying to fire them with both hands. You can make attacks. I'm gonna say you're gonna make it with a -2.
I don't get a benefit for wielding both of them.
Oh, you do.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna do extra damage.
I'm
You're
gonna use my minor to aim.
Sounds good.
So that's a -1.
You stunted though.
I did. 7.
But you
How much did you stun for?
3.
3. Okay, that's not quite enough to do the. Actually, no. You can do suppressive fire.
There we go.
Cover an area with bullets. Anyone,
Yes.
friend or foe that moves within 5
here,
yards of where your target was positioned. So, you target one of the feral hogs. Now, anything that gets close to it, you can make a free attack on it. So
it's 3?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
That's
say
all I
make,
do.
I'm gonna say make 3 more attacks as feral hogs are in this area.
Oh my god.
11.
11. That one will hit.
Okay.
These things are running.
Is it +7?
Yeah.
11 points of damage.
Oh god, you see one go down as it comes from the woods.
Oh, that's cocked. Not good, but still cocked. No. But I did stunt for one.
And you get what?
I'm gonna Overwatch.
Yeah. So +1. Oh, -1 on attack rolls. And you got one more attack, right?
Yeah. Apparently. Okay. 12, 13.
13. That'll hit.
14 points of damage.
You gun down another one as it goes running by. So these hogs are just running left and right, like leaving like a like bullet storm in your wake.
Hogman's foaming at the mouth.
Next up is Val at a 15.
Alright.
Val, you can see more of these feral hogs just pouring out of the woods.
I have one flame blast left in me, so...
Oh no.
So I'm just gonna be taking pot shots with my AR until I feel the need to like just scorch things.
Sounds good.
So aim.
Yep.
I stunted. 3 stunt points.
Locking you guys openly.
Is it 3?
You've designed a beautiful
I hit
system
for
here,
16. I have 3 stunt
16?
points. Yes.
Nice.
So I can do Overwatch.
And you're firing with your gun?
Yeah, my AR.
Sweet. How much damage did you do?
I haven't rolled that yet. Let's see. 14.
14. Alright, so yeah, you
And I have 3 stun points.
you gun another one of them down, so you can see like these feral hogs are just trying to come in like almost like tails on a kite, and they just keep falling as they meet line after line of bullets. Zeke, while you figure out what you're going to do with your stunt point, Zeke, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm just gonna floor it forward and run down any hogs in my way.
Alright, yeah, you can see them coming out of the woods now trying to cut you off. Roll me a dexterity check to drive.
I super stunted
Nice.
on all 4s.
So the loose steering wheel, not really. Actually, you're using it to your advantage now on this wet grass as you start steering into them. What was your total check?
12, 13, 14.
All right, roll me 5d6.
I love the vehicle combat.
It's great.
Makes me
Do
happy.
I get extra damage from the horns on the front?
Yes, actually 66. I said it earlier.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So,
Falcon Maxima, just follow. Thank you.
thank you.
How much damage?
9, 11, 15. I rolled
15.
3 1.
So as like these hogs are like they were trying to use pack tactics, but you guys are a much bigger hog, and you can see some just getting pulled into the large tires in front of you, some getting impaled on the horns and whatnot, and like blood is kind of like splattering up through the windshield, like the windshield where there is no windshield now, as Matt is on the roof of the car, and from behind you you hear a boom, boom, and like this large metal door comes flying off the area where you saw the reactor, and you see the largest fucking hog that you have ever seen in your life.
No.
It is at least 3 stories tall, and it has these large tendrils that come off of it in every direction. It glows with this like unearthly green glow, and it lets out this and all the other hogs around seem to all stop, and they like bay to it too along with it, and you can only imagine that this thing is
The mythical Hogferatu. Oh boy.
As you drive the truck faster, you go past an area and you see like a sign that says, "Oh, like welcome our mascot, Handy Davis Jr." and it shows this little thing.
Oh no.
As you drive the truck.
No.
All right. The timer is counting down, and you can feel the thuddering as this thing's steps start to emerge from the shed.
My 3 stun points.
3 star points.
1 for suppressive fire,
Okay.
and then can I use 2 points into Overwatch?
Sure.
So would that be like just the general opponents if I'm using like
You can
suppressive
choose
fire?
one. You can choose one.
All right. Well, I'll just the most.
Hog fraud too.
Yeah.
All right. So you use suppressive fire. So roll me an attack roll against Hog Ferratu.
Ooh, jeez. Oh,
It's like a reaction.
It's like an immediate attack, I think they call it.
I stunted.
You stunted.
Yeah, I don't think you can stun on
Congrats.
off of
Can
Yeah.
you stunt off a stunt?
I'm gonna say no.
I rolled decent. Let's see.
Although the
Yes.
designers are in chat, they might be able to say yes.
You know what?
They don't care. They're well into their...
Hey, speaking of which, you said yes.
He said that earlier.
Yeah.
When we said Hog Ferratu.
No, I'm saying it's for
Oh,
this
yeah.
now. It's
All right. How much
it's
damage?
not, but it
How much
is.
damage?
You didn't. I have to see if I
Oh,
hit.
sorry.
Don't I?
I'm excited.
Okay, I get that you're excited. So it's just the straight roll, right? I don't have anything to add because I don't have accuracy and I don't have aim for
Correct,
it, right?
Correct.
Okay. Ooh, so 13. Did I math right?
Yeah, it's decent. You can see like as the bullets are like rippling off of its flesh, but don't really seem to be doing any damage to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like it's just you're making it angry. You can see it turns and it looks in your direction, and a beam of green like pulsating energy rockets out from one of its tendrils and digs a furrow into the ground next to the truck. It gets a minus to the attack.
Which, I mean, we all knew it.
Roll me a
Just being
dexterity check.
Thanks. 13.
13. With the -2, or was it with the -2 that she gave you? The beam just misses the truck. As you see, like one of these tendril things emits like a green ray of light towards you, and it like cuts a streak across the ground in front of the truck.
Oh boy.
All right, top of the round, you guys. You think you probably have about one more round before this thing goes off.
No!
Gonna take it out.
Each round is 15 seconds, by the way, in the system. All right, top of the round, it is
Cool.
Matthew's
I
turn.
like that. I imagine all the positioning, the jockeying.
I'm just gonna point both of my assault rifles.
My voice is going to be so dead tomorrow. Laryngitis, here I come. I'm going to point both of my assault rifles over to Nos Hog Ferratu. And I'm just going to unload the clips.
Okay, just let loose.
Ah! Oh, damn.
I know he was gone.
15.
That is just enough. So you're unloading your guns.
Oh, and I stunted.
Excellent. What do you want to do?
Shit. I don't know what the hell that was 4, okay. Wait, hold on. 14 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I am actually going to seize the initiative. No. I'm going to do a lightning attack. And I'm going to take, I'm going to do a lightning attack. And then
Grab some water.
I'm going to do precision marksmanship, so another +1 against the attack.
Okay.
I'm going to aim too.
Hog Ferratu again?
Yep. This is a stun attack.
Mhm.
But I got the +1 and the +1. 6, 10, 11. Misses. 13.
Okay. Sad. So you are letting loose a stream of bullets towards this thing, and you can see like some of them are going through, and you see this greenish glowing like fluid leaking out of some of its holes, and other ones that's just bouncing off of it.
Wow.
Next up would be Val on her turn.
Yep.
It's your turn.
What do you want me to do? I'm gonna shoot at it.
Alrighty.
Unless I feel like this is the time to flame blast.
Could be pretty cool.
I mean, is there stuff close enough to me?
There's lots of hogs close to you.
I'm flame blast.
Swarming us.
One
There's
more
like-
gigantic ass swig of whiskey. I stunt.
Glorious.
Nice.
Stunt on my magic. That's nice. I definitely make the spell work, so that's good. And then they need to make dexterity tests against.
Actually, just tell me what they are. What were your rolls? I can just tell you.
What?
What was the roll? Sorry.
The force.
No, you have to make.
Okay, sorry. What was your force check? I'm confused. Sorry.
What's your force score?
What's your
Yeah,
force
13.
score? Oh, so one makes it, and one fails it, and one that makes it. So two make it and one fail.
So those who fail are going to take 8 points of damage. The ones who succeed are going to take 5 points of damage.
Okay. These hogs are not nearly as big and robust. You can see the two that take 8 damage get flamed and go down, and you can feel the as they go underneath the truck. The one that takes 5 is severely burned. You can see like the eye on the right side of its head pop as the flames hit its face, and its skin is sheared away, but it is still up.
With my 4 stunt points, I would like to use imposing power. Power manifests in a much more dramatic fashion than usual, or perhaps radiates a sinister aura. Until the beginning of your next turn, anyone attempting to make a melee attack against you must make a successful willpower courage test first.
Awesome. So,
Awesome.
Target
do
number
you want to
13.
describe how this works? How
So,
it looks?
so I take the usual swig of whiskey and give it the good old fire breath, basically, lighting it up with my flame hands, and just this swath of fire illuminates, but it is heavily radiated because of all of the radiation that we've been
Correct.
exposed to recently.
Yeah.
So it's just this green flame. Just it's terrible. It's the worst, and
Awesome.
the fire is hotter than ever.
Sweet.
Excellent. Zeke, it's your turn.
Just keep gunning it forward and get as far away from that blast as possible.
Dexterity
so
check.
much this game. It's so fun.
Put a lot of energy.
12, 16, 18.
18.
And I stood.
So as you guys blow past,
It's
where
done,
that
it's done,
gate
it's done.
is that you guys had opened by the gate station, the generator's still chugging away. The tires catch on paper, and you kind of like pull the truck to the side. It's heavy reared, like dual axle tail swinging around, bringing yourself onto the road. You can feel the lumbering footsteps of this creature as it is like trying to extract itself from the ground, and then from behind you, you see a detonatingly bright white flash.
That's the last thing we see.
Yeah, which you probably realize is not a nuclear explosion.
Right.
It was nowhere near the reactor, but
Correct.
you did just add about 800 gallons of pure diesel fuel
That's right.
online, and like anyone who's looking, like you close your eyes and it looks like there's a bright sunlight.
Don't let
shining
the blast,
through your
it's
eyes.
cooler.
That's right. That's right.
I'm firing
You-
with my eyes closed. So
You
it's
can,
fine.
yeah, exactly. Just into this target-rich environment, killing at least 30 to 50 hogs, feral hogs at that.
Yep.
And then from like the distance, as the truck guns it down the straightaway, you can hear, and you can see this like large, flaming, 30-foot tall feral hog that is still alive, but is not in pursuit of you as you speed away from the nuclear power plant. The, what would you call it? Drivetrain in tow. Okay.
When the clips are emptied, I just keep clicking.
Exactly. Yeah, you just hear the click, click, click.
I've got like one like propped up on the dash, and like another like propped up in like what the door frame is now, because
Yeah, exactly.
there is no door left.
No door.
So I'm like bracing myself with my legs, with my gun, and like my flame hand.
I just cry out, Mr. Fishy, no!
As you see the feral hog Ferratu wreathed in green flames, like slamming its tendrils down and like bringing its anger down on the structures around it. You can hear the hogs around it like screeching as your truck pulls off into the distance. You did not kill Hog Ferratu, but you did get the drivetrain, which airport so desperately needed. And, well, you know, maybe you'll get some of that by whiskey once you get back to the Amazon. Is there
We're
anything?
given some of the buy whiskey because they weren't able to
Yeah,
give
we
us a
we do
drive.
get half bottle.
That's right.
That is a good half bomb. Is there anything
And I
else that
have a
you'd like to
great
do
night
in
with
this terrible dystopian society of the feral hog universe before we call it
No.
close?
You
It's
know,
so great to see you finally using a gun.
you now have my permission to cry.
Do you hear me, Hog Man? It's
I'm
really
casting you aside.
Great, really great to see you use a gun finally.
This is a gun?
There it is.
There you go. All right, guys. We had a fun time. It's
that where we'll end
10:57.
tonight's session?
That is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Driving off into the night.
Thank you, everyone who joined on my second experience with Modern Age. Hope you enjoyed the
Your first
feral
time
hog
running,
mayhem.
too.
Yeah, wonderful.
So
And
good.
hey, appreciate everyone showing up. We're going to be playing a lot of other games for the next 10 weeks or so.
Yep.
We're going to have guests on the show, guest DMs. Check out our schedule. It's on Twitter. It's on our Discord. If you haven't, do you want to do the...
Yeah, exclamation point Discord. We'll be doing more. We have 2 more things to give away on behalf of Green Ronin. Look out for that. And thank you again to Green Ronin for the support on this stream. It was great to see the developers in chat. Y'all are just, it's a wonderful company. It's crazy to think, it's crazy that when we were little teenagers playing Green Ronin, Mutants and Masterminds and stuff, and now we're streaming their game. It's a pretty wild life we live in. So.
And
That
don't
is pretty
forget,
crazy.
more Green Ronin content when I run a Teldori one-shot on 9/11 charity for the Feel Good Foundation.
Hell yeah.
Hills to the All right, guys. Crack open a monster. You've earned it. Have a great night. See you in the post-apocalyptic world.
Wait. You will see a giveaway come up soon for helping because we hit 25 subscribers today
Oh, yeah!
during the stream. So we are going to put out a giveaway, so pay attention to our socials for that.
Yes.
We love you all. That's it.
Goodbye.
Bye.